Right, there we go. Stream has now properly started, and I think no. Yay! More Alec, Benson, Leary calls. No one's listening. Just start. Yeah.
It's
Never mind. I fucked up already. I didn't prepare the stream at all. I'm out of it. Okay, there we go.
it's Alec.
Yes,
Fuck
hello,
off, Leroy.
Alec.
Hi. I was wondering if you'd like to continue our discussion about getting all the ads
Fuck off,
down.
Donovan. I've not been muted in months.
Okay.
Well, first I want to let you know that just to make it clear, if you make another video that includes all the requirements that I'm going to list for you, I will remove
everyone.
all of my ads completely from the Wikipedia.
Welcome to this.
If you
stream.
follow my instructions. Does that sound good?
Yeah, okay, hang on. Let me get something to write on it, something to write with.
All right.
Okay, I'm listening.
All right. First of all, like I said in our last call, I'd like you to admit that I do have a very sizable fan base. Because I think you believe that I don't have any real fans. I'd like you to admit that I do. I have quite a lot of fans. A lot of them are former Sonichu fans.
Okay, well, yeah, admit that. Okay, what's the next thing?
Well, in your apology video, I asked you to address not only Simon Chu, but Simonla. And you didn't. And I'd like you to bring up that you actually did ask Evan permission to use Simonla when you first began using her, which shows that you understood from the beginning that Simonla was not yours and you were borrowing her from, or him rather, Simon Chu, from the original creator. And I'd like you to admit that Simonla was never yours.
Let's see.
Is the stream?
Will you do that, Chris?
I'm writing it down. Hang on.
Is my quality shit or is the stream quality shit? I assume that's just my and.
Alright, what's the next thing?
I'd like you to admit that you attempted to edit the Wikipedia article about Simone.
So, by the way, I know I'm not speaking much at the moment. It's just they're going through kind of the stuff we went through last week, and I assume most of you that go into part 2 of a stream, whatever, would have been in the first one. So it's kind of just reiterating to make sure Chris is knows what Alec is talking about.
To say that she was your original creation. That wasn't a nice thing to do to your fans.
Quite. Anyway,
Actually, these ones
got
have
the
a
written
different
down.
background.
What's the next thing?
Maybe I'll actually show use this one.
I want you to acknowledge that even though Evan gave you permission to use Simonla, he later took it away. And he took it away quite a long time ago. And I'd like you to admit that you have been ignoring and disrespecting his requests to remove his character from your comic.
Alright, I'm writing it down.
Write it down.
Information by withdrew.
Chris would never be.
You know, it sounds like you're actually pretty agreeable about this, and I'm glad about that.
Troll. What the hell?
Yeah, well, I'm writing it down here. Yeah.
Yeah, you're writing it down, so you're going to do those things so far?
Yeah. Well, anyway, it's still debatable. Anyway, what's the next thing?
No, it's not debatable. Chris, all these conditions I'm listing, you have to do these or my ads go nowhere.
Yeah, anyway, okay,
Yeah,
what's the
anyway,
next thing?
no, I don't care. Yeah.
Does that matter to you, Chris? You said it's debatable, and I'm saying it's not. Don't you want to acknowledge that?
Again, like I reiterated, why do I keep
No,
saying reiterate?
anyway, yeah,
Like I
what's
said
the next
multiple
thing?
times last stream, he's really trying to
All right.
get things.
I asked you to apologize for the word naive.
Shit.
I want you to do that. Specifically say that you used the word naive because you intended to hurt and insult me, and you
Yeah.
know that I am not naive.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, what's the next thing?
Yeah,
I want you
fuck,
to
I've been
apologize
been
for
spamming
cursing
the press
Mao.
ads button
And
constantly.
actually, I'd like you to give him a forgiveness blessing to retract that curse Yehameha.
Imagine not having that in a conversation and thinking it's serious.
Okay. Anything else?
Retract the Kamehameha.
I want you to apologize for stealing from me. You know the false chaotic combo I created. You stole them, and you stole Asperger and tried to change them around.
All right.
All right. Yeah.
Can we talk about Simona a bit, because I want to know why you say it's debatable.
By the way, I should preface the stream by saying I'm very tired.
Let me think about that.
I think I was last week and the week before that. So I'm on a good run. I'm always professional.
Okay, I guess that's a premature thing to say, so I respectfully withdraw it. So, is there anything else?
I think this. I think this is going to be the last watching Christian in chronological watching Christian thing. In general, I think this is the last thing we have to go through. I don't think I could stretch it out for another one. So
are going to say that
yo, Mr. Grace
Simona
from
is not
the
here.
UK.
You're going to say exactly what I asked you to say about Simona? You're going to...
Yeah.
Okay. The next thing is...
What does that mean?
These are the things that I wanted you to make in a video. But I also want you to, in your comic, just take a page or whatever, take a little side break from the main story and use the page to explain everything that I just said as well. And I would like you to, in that comic page, apologize to me and to Mao and to Evan for all the things that I just listed.
Uh-huh.
Are you going to do that?
Yeah.
Because I asked you... I just want to make sure you're going to do these, Chris, because I asked you to do these things the last time that we talked about it. I mean, the last time before you, hung up on me. And you said you were writing it down, but then you forgot, like, half the things that I asked you to do.
Fuck you, Ron.
Yeah. All right, so is that it? Is there anything else?
I guess you don't have to put it in the video, this next part, but I'd like you to apologize for pretending to be your mother in the last phone call and pretending that she was calling you away from the phone call.
I didn't accidentally fuck up and skip some stuff.
And the reason I'd like you to apologize for that is because I really don't benefit a whole lot from calling you about these matters. I was calling you because I wanted to give you a quick and easy way to settle this whole ad business and to settle the fight between us. And rather than take the opportunity to listen to what I said, you pretended to be your mother and pretended that your mother was calling you away to do an errand and you had to leave the phone call. So instead of handling the problem right then and there, and if you had done so, then the ads could have been gone by now. But instead, you ran away from me. It shows you don't respect me.
A genius move to make. For some reason, I'd forgot about that in the last stream.
Yeah. So, all right. Wrote that down. Anything else?
Well, I'd like you to admit that right now, Chris, that you lied about that.
Okay. Well,
And since you,
I admit that
You're right,
I admit
so-
that I pretended to be my mother to end the call early last time.
can I ask you why you did that, Chris?
Because I felt it was going on, and I was
We were-
By the
tired.
way, that
We were
call
barely
lasted
on the
like
phone
6
for
minutes.
5 minutes when you did that.
That whole call lasted 6
And
minutes.
this is,
And
like
you've
I
probably
said,
done
this is
that,
a serious
like,
matter,
4.5
and it's
minutes through.
your problem that I'm trying to help you with. I was being gracious enough to call you to, give you a way to settle it, and you ran away from me. Real men don't run away from their problems, Chris. When I talk to you on an even footing, man to man. I don't lie or deceive you, and I don't run away, even though you are a troll to me, because, obviously I've been calling you to talk to you instead of hiding from you.
Okay.
That's another thing I want you to put in the video. I want you to admit that you are a troll, and you have been trolling me ever since
I'm very consistent.
ever since my comic started.
That's
And
my
use
middle
that
name,
word specifically.
actually.
Say, I, Christian Weston Chandler,
Grease
am a troll.
Consistency was a trust and believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you read back to me the list that you've made since we started this call,
Yeah,
please?
those weird blips. It's just because these
Okay.
clips are only 10 minutes long.
Sizable fan
Because of how they
base.
were caught for
I
some
just
reason. So that's going to
I
happen every
had
10
permission
minutes.
for Simon Shoe, but then it was withdrawn, and I did not admit to, and I admit
Yeah, I
Simona
mean,
was not mine.
Obviously, the trolls trolled him, but they did give him legitimate advice, and he never took any of it.
But withdrew it.
Like, everyone hates
Sushi.
Casey, but she
Simona.
literally just told him to
Apologize to Alec
eat
for calling him
healthier and
naive.
exercise
Apologize to Mel
and
for
look
giving
for a
his
job.
blessing.
And
Apologize
he
to
didn't do
Astro
that.
Chew and parodic
Instead, he
characters.
just bought some sports
And
bras,
then
and that was kind of it.
a comic page displaying all that with more apologies. And I just apologize to you for pretending to be my mother to end the call early.
And WFA,
you.
there's been a question that's been asked
Okay,
many a
good.
time.
That's good so far.
And hopefully I'm actually coming through well.
I'd also like you to apologize for
Is the
insinuating
sound going
that
well, actually?
I
Is
keep
it alright?
female prisoners in my basement
Sorry, I
and
should have
use
checked
them
with
as
all-
a unwilling harem and rape them, because
What
I
the
don't
fuck?
do anything of the sort. That's just creepy. I don't...
Okay, but
I don't know where
I
you
think
got that
Chris's fate is so... Chris's story has been so unpredictable at times. Don't really know... I cannot say what
I
it's
mean, I
going
can kind
to
of see
be.
some of the other complaints that you had were based on, like direct misunderstanding of things, but the, me raping female prisoner things.
Yeah, I got that.
just-
I didn't know...
that came out of left
I didn't know if I was coming through well
Where'd
was
you
the
get that
problem.
idea?
Okay, well, actually,
Because it's quite loud. I made
No.
it very loud last time.
I never used the word rape. You just had them in prison and you treated them like hamsters. You did not rape them.
What do you mean
I
treat
never-
them like hamsters?
Just keep
Keeping
them in
girls in my
cages,
dungeons treated
giant
like
hamster
hamsters.
wheels, giant water
But they
bottles,
always want to
and
take it.
food pellets.
Okay, even if you didn't use the word rape, what do you think the impression is people are going to get when you suggest that someone keeps female prisoners in their basement? They're going to think that said prisoners are being raped by their captor. And I mean, that seems like a pretty obvious insinuation. Even if you don't use
Bullies, you
the
should
word
watch
directly.
the stupid board game he made.
Okay.
That was comprehensive in a way, but it was
All right. Anything else
regarded.
after that?
I am still trying to think. I apologize for seeming like I'm beating a dead horse, but I am a little suspicious that you seem so agreeable because in all our previous correspondences you've been, insulting, rude,
I don't
or
think it did that.
manipulative, or a combination thereof. But now it seems like you're just rearing to go with this. Are you sure you're just not trying to finish the phone call with me quickly? Because
No, I'm not trying to finish anything.
okay.
I mean, I'm not trying to finish this phone call. I want to put this to rest.
Okay, well, good. Because like I said, if you do all these things perfectly, as I say, then my ads will go away. But if you make a video and you're missing anything, or if you deliberately contradict something, or if I feel like you are trying to pull a fast one on me and weasel out of something, then
Chris should have
the
done.
ads are going to
don't
get
think he
worse.
actually properly did them.
Because at this point, I do have to assume that anything that goes wrong is a deliberate evil intent on your part.
Yeah, I mean, Chris is like the Omega Lolcow.
I mean, that's a fair assumption for me to make, don't you think?
We've got so much from him.
Considering how much you bullied him.
Hopefully when the quickie is back up, we can,
you have the right to make that assumption.
read it again.
Okay. Okay, well, good.
I mean, he's been known to, like...
Excuse me just a second.
Just people in general since, like, 2002. And he only really started getting trolled in, like, 2006.
Okay. Sorry about that, I'm back.
Chris is just a troll. He's playing the long game.
Can I ask you why you think the word naive is so horrible?
Not only does the word sound like nails on a chalkboard when one says it, but also it questions one's intelligence and experience in life.
I think it actually only questions experience. It's not about intelligence.
But experience versus knowledge, it's still implied, the knowledge part.
Well, no, knowledge is different from intelligence.
Yeah, but also similarly it can sound like,
why he used
calling somebody stupid, or worse than that.
Naive so bitterly.
You know, no pun intended here, but if you believe that, then I think you kind of are naive.
I don't think we ever got a straight answer.
You don't have
it's just assumed that he was pretty
an understanding
as a
of
child.
the word.
I looked it up in a dictionary.
Maybe at the end of NWFA. I'll probably fall asleep, but yeah.
I don't know what dictionary you looked up that suggested it's a direct questioning of one's intelligence. I mean, let me look it up on an online dictionary here.
Chris has knowledge on sex positions for elderly
lacking
women.
Experience or judgment.
Which isn't even
really
a joke.
not about intelligence. And I am still kind of bothered that, you think it's such a horrible insult, but you wanted to use it on me.
Okay,
and
well,
you happily...
Okay, well, still, in my defense, though, you did say, well, call me naive during that particular conversation.
You won't be able to say if you stay in for the whole time.
I wasn't actually asking you to call me naive.
Not falling asleep, I'll play it.
Okay. Well, you gave me the opportunity.
I think this is going to be a long one anyway.
So that's my defense right there.
I'll probably be dead by the end.
On that.
You should exercise some personal responsibility, though.
Well, if I remember, I'll try and play it.
You think naive is such a horrible thing. Like, have you ever heard the phrase, just shoot me? Like, if someone's frustrated, they'll say, just shoot me. I mean, if someone said that in your presence, would you feel, okay with, well, I'll just pull out a gun and shoot him?
No, I would not necessarily shoot them.
Not necessarily. Does that mean you'd consider it?
No, I would not shoot them at all.
Well, I should hope not. You shot people in your comic before. I hope you wouldn't shoot them in real life.
Oh, will he shoot people in real life?
All right, so anything else?
Didn't give a straight answer there. He didn't give a straight answer.
I mean, because, aside from what I read to you before, I apologize for labeling you as having female prisoners in your basement and raping.
Yes. There's another item. I'd like you to admit that you don't have a good excuse to not upload pages every day.
Oh my god, my fucking chair went so far back. Scared the shit out of me.
I mean, I think that's correct, right? You don't have a job. You don't go to school. I have both, school and a job, and I
kind of went with the vibes.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
In my defense, though, yesterday I actually went on a nice date with a nice girl, and it was a great day. It could have not gone better.
Oh.
I think that is actually true.
What was the date? Like all day?
I think it was like a kind of chubby
it wasn't
girl.
Like in the morning,
like
was it? You could have uploaded in the morning.
Yeah, well, I was not up in the morning.
You didn't have, any time. What time did you wake up? How long do you sleep?
I got about 11.
Nice one, Diogenes.
I actually had to go out run a couple of errands. I had to go to the grocery store, and also had to get my family some antifreeze for their car.
Okay. Well, I have chores.
And, of course, and then with that, I also had to take a shower, make myself fully ready for the date.
The date.
When I shower and clean myself up, that takes like 20 minutes. Like I said, I have a job in school, and I have errands to do, and I go out with people, and I go on dates, and I still make sure I upload every day. I mean, Sonichu is your... Think of it this way. Sonichu is going to be your big franchise. That's what's going to make you money, right? So you should treat it like it is your day-to-day job.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
When was the last day that you uploaded a page? It's been about a week, hasn't it? I mean, even if you have...
Yeah, the trolling thing is so weird because a lot of the time they're just pushing Chris to do the thing he's being trolled for and the thing that he was dedicated to. But he just is so lazy, he can't even do that.
There was a captain's log or a quote update.
Well, like a quote, really? I mean, what does that take?
Yeah, I would have gone for to answer letters and to answer mailbag letters, but I just
you got some mail. You got some mailbag.
I just could not stand the image that was plaguing my Wikipedia that Mal put up. I just could not stand that.
Chris, if we confront our demons head on and defeat them, we come out stronger on the other side. You won't accomplish anything by running from the ads just because they're unpleasant to look at. I mean,
Chris, this is the internet. Steps and everything he does, you wouldn't get a troll.
Crap, I'm sure I have. Doesn't stop me from going on the internet. And like I said, Sonichu is serious business. It's your job. You should. And jobs are difficult. Jobs are hard.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had plenty of hard.
This
jobs.
call. Wait, is the stream title?
I don't think you have any real work experience, right? But
yeah, it's called.
Trust me,
this one is
difficult.
Probably like an hour long, roughly.
Yeah. Anyway, is there anything else?
You can see the chat, but don't feel like you need.
Like I said, take Simona out of the comic, and in the comic, apologize to me and Mao and Evan for everything that I've listed.
Yeah.
And
okay, I have the list here.
Can I ask you what you're going to do to get your fans back? Because you've lost a lot of fans to me, and I know you want them back.
Yeah, well, I'm going to continue my work and make my updates.
Okay, well, you said that a lot, and your update pattern has drastically dropped in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like, think of it this way, Chris. I'm your competition, obviously, and it seems that with one little series of unpleasant to look at ads, I have completely shut down my competition. Now, I'm a nice guy, and I'm trying to help you. And the average artist out there who's your competition sure as hell is not going to try to help you. So imagine what would happen if they found out, all I have to do is buy some ad space on his wiki and put up an ad he doesn't like looking at. And that'll just stop his comic production entirely.
So I'm yawning so much.
I mean, are my ads really the only reason that you haven't uploaded pages in a week? Yeah, well, that and your busy day yesterday.
Thanks, NWF.
Yeah, the very dirty one.
Very kind of you.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Pardon me for being blunt, but that sounds kind of pathetic, don't you think?
Thank you, Anthony Batonti.
Takes one to know one.
If we pronounce it right for the $10.
Takes one
Thanks
what?
for the content.
Pathetic person?
Thank you for watching it.
I wouldn't consider myself pathetic because I have,
Christian.
30,000 fans.
And
good number of which I took from you, so I don't think I'm pathetic at all.
I
mean, why do you think I'm pathetic?
Christian rocks, dude. He does what he wants.
I do not have any reason at the moment.
Fucks his mom and fucking peppers.
Or like, people. You did pretty much
kind of a maverick.
Consider yourself weak to,
what he wants is woman.
To think, to have your own bunch of fans to steal someone else's.
How else do you think fans come around, Chris? How else do you think any new franchise gets fans? They come from other sources. I mean, people are not, like living in a vacuum. Most of my fans have been fans of other things before they became fans of my work. That's how competition works. I mean, the better man wins. I'm productive, and I am consistent.
Yeah, I mean, still, the method you use of putting your ads on my website, that was like stealing from me.
The one woman shirt is beautiful.
Even though you paid to put the ads there, you did not pay my sis off directly. You paid Jack Thaddeus.
So...
Yeah, I rent the ad space from Jack.
When was the actual last comic?
And it turns out people like
completed,
so.
Like properly with everything done. Because I think you just did all of them to 18.
You watch a lot of
TV,
right? I mean, you see a lot of commercials. Do you think all the people that make those commercials for Coke and McDonald's and all that, do you think they are bad people because they use ads? Is that what you're saying to me, that I am bad just because I use ads? Good franchises advertise their products.
I'm not saying that, but if you consider me competition, then it's just terribly wrong for you to try to encourage my fans to go to you by putting your ads on your own competition space. Yeah, what if I had I had actually successfully bought ad space on your website and put my ads on your website? How would you feel about that?
Honestly, I don't think I'd be worried because you don't respect your fans and you don't update for weeks at a time.
Whoa.
I think my consistency and my stick-to-itiveness and my work ethic is what makes my product superior. My fans would stay with me. I mean, they might go look at your website, your quickie, if you put ads online, but they probably wouldn't see much there worth keeping them around. There's a link to Sonichu on the Asperpedia front page, too.
Thank you for the $10 NWFA.
I mean, I'm not...
Anyway,
yeah.
Okay, well.
I might upload this later. I don't know. I got trolled again.
Yeah, okay,
there is another... I'm sorry, go ahead.
What?
I'm sorry, you go ahead. You said there's another thing?
There's another item for your list. I want you to apologize to your fans for disrespecting them. You disrespect them in general, I mean, all the time, but with your mailbags because you don't offer thought-out responses and you delete most of the mail that comes to you these days.
Oh, yeah, I think this was the time where Chris would just...
there was a bit of a backlash with
answer his messages with just like 50, a general 51, statement.
Whichever one that you
fabricated,
positive mails for, instead of taking mails from the supply of existing mail. The one that you said, the one where you basically wanted all your writers to trash me.
Don't forget, Rouge means red or the bat from Sonic. Rogue means Rascal or the gal from X-Men.
Which is another thing I would add to the list, but I think I already covered, wanting you to apologize for devoting all your time to trolling me lately.
I'm being trolled.
I mean, every video that you've made, like, your videos might be 2 or 5 or 10 minutes long, and then it probably takes quite a bit of time to upload the videos. That's all time you could have spent making your comic, which would have kept fans around. But instead, the average fan sees 2 artists. They see me, who makes a good comic, and they see you, who attempts to terrorize other artists.
Stream, and I get the babes and the dates. So I'm sorry.
Let's see. Okay.
Did I?
Well,
Oh, go ahead. What do you think about that?
go ahead.
No. Let's.
Hey.
I had another subject to bring up, but I'd like to have your response to this first.
No, that's all right. You said you got another topic? Got another thing from my list?
My memory
No,
is
I'd like
so
to have your
piss
response to
poor.
that first.
I
What
remember essentially.
Do you really
nothing.
think it was a good idea for you to devote what little energy you did put into this whole comic thing in the first place to attacking me? I mean, why would you think that was a good idea?
Well, because you attacked me first by putting your ads on my website.
That wasn't an attack. That was just a good business move.
Well, to me it was an attack.
Well, it seems like to you everything is an attack. It seems like to you everything is theft.
Although everything mostly is an attack, so it's kind of justified.
Chris, do you think it's okay for you to use Pikachu and Sonic the Hedgehog as, characters in your story, and Transformers and Meg Griffin? I mean, wouldn't their original creators get mad that you're taking their characters?
Not me, Flunky.
Well, first off, it's on my own Autobots, my own Autobots Decepticons with recoloring and different names.
Is that a good balance? I
Hasbro's
think these
not
calls are louder
that
than the
Hasbro
other
owns
ones.
the names Autobot and Decepticon. Right?
How is that
using
for
those
Mike
names
Bounce?
is
I did try
already
and ask
taken
earlier,
from
but
them.
no one replied.
That's
Hopefully it's
You
better
didn't-
now and
you
you can hear both quite
What's
well.
that?
I said nobody's complained to me yet.
Well, that's probably because you haven't made money on Sonichu yet. If you, I promise you, if you made one dime on Sonichu, Hasbro and Sega and Nintendo will come down on your head.
And they didn't.
Because you just recolor
They just
their
made
characters.
fun of him. So who got the last laugh?
Well, I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. Or if it's like...
Chris, you can't afford to wait till you get to that bridge because you've spent 10 years devoting your
I
life
think
to this comic,
once it returns to
which
the
will
other calls,
unravel
because these ones are, I think, were done by a different person. We might have to revert
Make one
back.
dime, lose $50,000 in lawsuits.
Pretty much audio
You
problems just
need
always
to
happen with me.
Do
I'm not good
something
with
about
audio.
it now before you waste
Or being
any
awake
more
for streams.
time and effort on a franchise that is full of stolen material.
Yeah, well, I'll think about that further.
Chris, I'm trying to help you here. I mean, how many times tonight have you said, oh, I'll think about that. Anything else? I think you are trying to rush this phone call.
Chris would never just try and get
You got to
out of
admit,
anything.
I've got the patience of a saint to keep calling you and keep trying to be nice to you. And it seems like you have no concern for anything I say. I mean, keep in mind, I
am paying attention to everything you said.
But it seems like you don't want to take my advice.
Well, I am going to take your advice here. So let's
You mean you're going to restructure your comic completely and remove all elements of, that belong to other creators? Because that would pretty much take apart your entire comic. What are you going to do? What's your plan? What are you going to do to follow that advice?
The reboots will happen in book number 12.
Well, you're still working on book 10, right? So you'll have that, and then all of book 11.
Yeah, well, book 11 will be like a clip show, which will unravel some of those plots and whatnot.
Did you even do that one?
And,
I'm not good on my Sonichu lore, but I don't even recall
book
a clip
12 is
show.
like restarting with just Sonichu and those two, and me not getting involved that much. That's
okay,
all.
well, is Sonichu still going to be a product of Pikachu and Sonic? Because that's a problem right there.
I do not have an answer to that question at the moment.
Chris, I suggest that you instead of going through the rest of episode or issue 10 and 11, I suggest that you stop it all right now and come up with a completely different comic, because that's the only way you're going to get away from lawsuits. You got to answer this problem, because you know, Nintendo and Sega and Hasbro and Family Guy, they're not going to.
I'm going
wait.
schizo. I was
Not,
zoned out for like
and you
20,
know that when I say that
like 2 minutes.
Reboot,
No, just
you know I mean that all of the Sonic 2 comics that currently exist, you can never attempt to get
I don't think they're Sonic 2 toys.
Sure.
Yeah, everything you have said has been taken to heart.
I kind of get that.
That just sounds like
you've got this kind of lackadaisical
general
response with me right now.
Everything you said has been taken into consideration.
Chris, do you believe I'm trying to help you?
There's not going to be a grease man.
Fairly much so.
Do you care that I'm trying to help you?
Yes, I care.
You damn trolls.
Okay. Do you feel bad that you've treated me like shit, even though I've tried to help you countless times? You sound like a small child.
You've been trolling me with the damn.
That's why I keep asking.
You've been trolling me with the damn adverts.
Chris, I'd like you to make me. I'd like you to make me believe that you actually.
It's only been 37 minutes.
Everything I say, and when I say listen, I don't mean you wrote down the list I asked you to. You can repeat my words back to me. That's not.
My mic's not muted.
Listen,
stop fucking trying to troll me.
Actually considering what I said.
I am actually considering what you are saying.
Prove it to me, Chris.
You realize I have it on OBS, so I can see my level with you dicks.
Show some concern. I mean, you say something other than "I will take it into consideration." That's the same thing you say to your fans every time they suggest ideas to you in the mailbag. I don't think you do take anything they say into consideration. You know what? My first few calls with you, I was nice like this, and you were insulting to me. And then, the next few times I tried to call you, I got mean and loud and yelled a lot. And then it seemed like you actually listened. And now I'm trying to be nice again because I didn't want to. I don't like being mean to people.
That was good.
And now it seems like you stopped listening.
Vibes are good.
I think I was hoping for the best, but I think I may have been right. I may have hit the nail on the head when I said that you seem to only listen to, to yelling and insults.
Hello, everyone. By the way, six new people came in at once.
I did not listen to only yelling.
I just hit my mic.
I think you do, because people. I think a big problem a lot of people have is that they believe the way they behave is the way that everybody behaves, and the rules that
I don't
they
think
follow
the chat delay is
the
actually
way
my
everybody
fault this
follows.
time.
I think that because you rely on bullying and trolling and insulting and trying to make other people feel bad just to make yourself feel good, because you practice all of those, I think you believe that that's the only set of rules that applies in the world.
Yeah.
Well, that is not the case.
You sound so convincing there. You really do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just doesn't give a shit about the sarcasm.
You seem to really care about what Mao says, and all Mao does is insult you. Did I tell you that to get rid of Simona? I don't remember if I brought this up, but
yes, you did.
Evan wants you to violently kill her in the comic, and display it. Don't show it off screen or off panel, but you have to show it in the comic, like show her head getting chopped off or show her getting shot full of bullets, something like that.
You're all trolls.
I will not kill her, but she will leave Quickville peacefully.
You have to kill her. You have to kill her violently.
I am not going to kill her.
Chris,
I will let her leave.
No, that's one of my terms. It's not like Poochie from The Simpsons where you can just, take his frame out. Chris, I don't get that reference. Or Evan might come down on you in the Wikipedia. And I know you already got the Wikipedia shut down once when you tried to manipulate the ads. If you don't respect this now, it's going to get shut down again because Evan is going to come down on you. And he would have come down on you a long time ago, except I was trying to be the voice of peace and was holding his anger in check. And I'm not going to do that now. Now I've learned my lesson. Now I'm just telling you these are the terms. You either follow them or you face Evan's anger.
All right.
So you're going to violently kill Simona, right?
No.
Show it.
Will happen, yes.
Okay.
He didn't.
I suggest fire. I think that's always a good way to go to deal with characters that you want to get rid of.
Didn't you just bring?
It's very visually.
Did he even get rid of
draws
it,
people
or
in.
did he just bring her right?
Everybody loves.
Fucking
fire.
Christ! Did he even get rid of her, or did he just
sometimes I like
send her
people
away
on
for a
fire
bit
in my
and bring her
comic,
back?
and every time I do, I get
after
all this
the
fan mail.
storm had
just
gone?
praising that one panel or that one page.
My Sonichu memory is so poor.
I will think of something. I will think about it. All right.
Can I have you one more time read off your list to me?
Okay. Admit Alec has sizable fan base.
Let's actually change that to admit Alec has a greater fan base than you. Let's just, because we should be specific.
Oh, I didn't know I actually killed her. I thought you just made her go
Yeah.
away or something.
Yeah.
Wait, was it like a daughter thing? Or was that just...
And the rules that they follow is
Yeah,
the way everybody follows. And I think that because you rely on bullying and trolling and insulting and trying to make other people feel bad just to make yourself feel good, because you practice all of those, I think you believe
Thank
that
God some of
that's
you actually
the
have
only set of
decent
rules that
memories,
applies in the world.
unlike me.
Well, that is not the case.
You sound so convincing. You really
Sonic
do.
the Hedgehog with jaundice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. You seem to really care about what Mao says, and all Mao does is insult you. Did I tell you that to get rid of Simona? I don't remember if I brought this up, but
Yeah, yes, you did.
Evan wants you to violently kill her in the comic, and display it. Don't show it off screen or off panel, but you have to show it in the comic, like show her head getting chopped off or show her getting shot full of bullets, something like that.
I will not kill her, but she will leave Quickville peacefully.
You have to kill her. You
I
have
am
to kill her
not going
violently.
I am not going
Such
to
a
kill her.
weird thing
I will let
to
her leave.
fucking...
No, that's
stick
one of my
to-
terms.
Just because he believes they're
It's not
real.
like Poochie from The Simpsons where you
weird.
can just, take his frame out. Chris, you violently kill her or Evan might come down on you in the Wikipedia. And I know you already got the Wikipedia shut down once when you tried to manipulate the ads. If you don't respect this now, it's going to get shut down again because Evan is going to come down on you.
Oh, Mao.
And he would have come down on you a long time ago.
So
Except I was trying to
Mao,
be
like the
holding his anger in
Chinese
check.
dude.
And I'm not going to do that now. I've learned my lesson. Now I'm just telling you these are the terms.
I'm glad this
You either
isn't in the
follow them
Greece. There's no
or
Greece for
you
this.
face Evan's
There's
anger.
only an Uncle verse
All right.
and the Spider Verse.
So you're going to violently kill Simona, right? And show it.
Will happen, yes.
Okay. I suggest fire. I think that's always a good.
Wait,
good
what
way to
is
go
it playing
to
again?
Deal with characters that you want to get rid of.
Wait, are they putting the same one twice? I was thinking it sounded a bit familiar. Give me a sec. Have they cocked up in the playlist? Apparently not. What? Am I going schizo? Is it the same, or is he just saying similar things? He said the Poochie thing, and now he's talking about the fire thing. Should we just go to the next call? That was... Okay, I'm just going to skip to the next call. That was weird. I thought it was just bringing up things he'd already brought up, but no. God, you could see me not fuck with the video. I didn't make these. Obviously, I only did the Casey ones. Right, I'm skipping to the next call because I don't know what happened there.
Hello?
Hey, Chris, it's Alec.
Ah, this is quiet. I'm going to have to change the sound.
How are you?
Okay.
You're good?
I'm doing okay.
Cool.
I'm
Cool.
not gaslighting.
I'm just calling to see how things are going with...
I didn't
well, I know
make
that
it.
Evan went forward with freezing the Wikipedia.
I didn't plan
on you.
this 6 months in 6 years in advance.
Yeah. So, what are you thinking about that?
What am I thinking about that? I can't edit squat.
Well,
And I was going to answer some more mailbag letters.
well,
So I finally got my PC back and running after a weekend not having it after a power failure.
well, you know, I think the thing here is you did kind of drop the ball on getting the pages up, you know, as quick as possible.
Well, I am going to get the pages up, and Simona will be.
We're listening to some fucking wakey.
Well, that's good. I'm just, you know, Evan, he got kind of impatient because he was waiting a long time for this. I talked to him about it, but he's, you know, he wasn't keen to move on it. He just wanted to.
I know.
Do you have them finished?
Fuck all about that.
The Simone Law
That's all I
death
can
page
say about
and
it.
the apology page?
And I'll have them upload either tomorrow or Wednesday, whenever the thing is unfrozen.
I'm frozen.
I think Evan wants you to show them to him first, just to make sure.
Yeah,
they're
seems
good.
like it. NWFA. But yeah, this call is so much quieter than
can you
last
blame
one.
him? He just wants to see the product before he unfreezes the site.
This is at max
If it's
volume,
not
by
what
the
he
way.
wants, then he's going to refreeze the site, and that's a hassle for him. He's got to make sure you're good on your word.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll send them to him. I'll have them sent to him tomorrow.
All right. Well, you know, that's between you and Evan. I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm just not satisfied.
I'm kind of struggling to hear it.
And I don't think I'll be asking you to make another because it's become apparent
that's
to me.
So
that
gross.
I don't think you really even understand what you did wrong.
I didn't think about
because that video,
the actual contents of the
first of all,
fucking
you know, the call last time,
pepperoni stick.
You were just aching to get off the phone with me. You were just, you know, trying to hurry the call along. And then the video, you just read off a list. It was rather apparent that you didn't put any thought into why I wanted you to say those things at all. And that was really the point, Chris. It wasn't about getting you to read things off a list. It was about getting to...
Yeah, actually I did get the point behind everything.
Yeah, there was even less emotion in your voice in that video than there is normally when you apologize for something. I mean, I've seen apology videos you made before, and they're all pretty lackluster, but this one was just like a slap in the face. You didn't say
Give me a
Sonic was
sec. Let's just do some really
either.
stupid shit.
You know, that was part of my list. Sonichu can't make money. And you said you would say it, but you didn't. You know, you weren't actually sorry.
You know what we need in this fucking Christian stream.
You said those things
got this
that I asked you to say because you thought that reading them off a list would get my ads off of your site. I took my ads off your site for the moment just because I don't really want Asperchu associated with your perennial legal troubles. But, you know, if you do get Wikipedia back up, then my ads are going back because I'm not satisfied. That's if you get it up, Chris, because
no, I'm getting over
as far as I can tell, you don't really even care about Sonichu that much.
Oh, yes, I do.
Well,
I have to see if it's in the pages.
Chris, I warned you numerous times over the past several weeks that you know, someone was targeting you for a lawsuit over
in this Christian stream. This is what we need to say.
Causing with Sonichu, and you know, if I was warned that someone was targeting me for a lawsuit and they had grounds to sue me, I would deal with it right away.
He's sitting.
I would drop what I was doing.
No one.
I mean, you had time, Chris. You had all the time in the world.
Oh, I've only just
Doesn't
read the
that
chat.
seem reasonable to you? You don't go to school. You don't have a
Bite
job.
size a little bit of a degenerate.
I asked you, what your day was like last time I talked to you, and you said that you were sleeping until 11 in the morning. I mean, 11, Chris?
It reminds me of
That's
Rock.
ridiculous. I would kill to be able to sleep in all day.
Rock.
I have to get up early every day because I have things that I need to do. I mean, you could have slept until 10 instead and then used the extra hour to make the apology page or make an apology video or both. I mean, I don't understand what this whole biological clock thing is.
I love how
you keep falling
the
back.
pepperoni stick is just fucking rocking his world. Right now?
You weren't listening last time.
Look at it stimulating all two of his brain cells at the same time.
You know what? Look it up on Wikipedia.
Look up what?
Biological clock.
Biological clock is a phrase that
anyway,
women usually use to refer to their most fertile reproductive years. For a bit. I really have no reason, no understanding of why you would apply that to yourself.
It's reference to sleeping schedule.
This gag reflex.
I don't have problems with sleeping. Any sleeping schedule. I think what happens with a lot of people when they have absolutely nothing to do with their days, that's when their sleep schedule gets messed up. See, I have a routine. I have to go to work, and I have to go to school, and I work on my comic because I care about my comic.
I don't know why the trolls always have to go
to school, and you don't care about your
comic.
I
go to work, I go to school, I do
body,
blah blah blah, and I exercise and blah.
Your actions say otherwise.
I know you're trying to motivate Chris to do more.
You don't upload any pages. How many times have I told you have to start uploading pages? Not just when I wanted you to make the apology page. I just mean in general. But you don't. You
definitely would be, but sorry.
Well, I have been working on the pages, and I will be uploading them.
And then Josh would get a bit peeved.
And I had to go through without a PC the past weekend because I was on a power failure.
Warlock could take it though.
Like the power was
you could take the pepperoni stick.
That doesn't stop you from trying.
It was actually knocked out for about 40 minutes, and it took me a lot longer for me to get my computer back up and running.
Didn't you say you had computer troubles during the Casey saga?
When the power comes on, I just press the power button, and my computer comes back up in a minute.
For me,
it wasn't because she was a white knight, because she just sounds annoying as just trying to show themselves off as better.
Just the introductory HP Pavilion's blue screen. And then it would go into looking like one of those color bars where the station's not broadcasting.
So what you're saying is you don't take care of the equipment that you need to do
so much.
Your comic.
I admit I need a new computer.
Why can't you buy one? I've seen
one right now.
I've seen videos of you in your room. You've got like a 40-inch HD TV in there. You've got your PlayStation 3. You've got like a wall full of video games, but you can't afford a basic computer. Like nothing fancy. Costs maybe a couple $100.
Oh fucking god! I forgot it was.
I could go buy myself 10 new computers right now if I wanted. Good computers, because I wouldn't do it because I save my money.
Why are you watching these?
Capable, there's proof of that.
Put the little cherry on top of the cake for the watching.
How many video
games
do you own that you don't play?
This is the last one. I'm fucking 2 more hours. I didn't realize.
I played all my games within my lifetime.
I might cheat and put the last
how many of them do you currently play?
On 1.25.
I've played a lot of games in my lifetime, but I own very few right now because as soon as I'm done with them, I usually sell them.
I'm not doing that by
you sure have a lot of time on your hands,
People have asked that so much. It'd be so fucking boring.
I've never come close to owning as many games as you have.
Queef Weasel is a loose sound.
Chris, how many hours a week do you spend on video games right now?
Just do it, cunt.
I don't know. I'd say about maybe 2 or 4.
I had an idea for it months ago.
A day. Okay.
And then I forgot.
That's an awful lot of time to be spending on video games per day. And that is time that you could be using on your comic if you cared about your comic. But obviously you care about video games.
Comic. It's just I use that. That's actually between drawing page, between drawing and coloring.
I can see it.
But you could use that video game time to upload them. And you never did that.
Oh, yes, I do.
How many days have you missed since you promised you would upload 2 pages a day? You don't care. Your actions say that you don't care. Actions speak louder than words, Chris. I don't even consider you competition anymore. Do you know that? Because you...
To be fair, I think I've done enough, Chris.
Are artists that
so I think it would be nice just to end it.
You play video games all day, and then you sleep in
like 6
because
months.
You have nothing to do.
From what I've seen, there's not been much Daniel Larson stuff. He kind of got rehoused. I think he might have smashed it up again, and that's been about it.
And then when you do actually take time to do something, you don't actually work on your comic. You just attack me. And then when I'm nice to you,
that milk's turned sour since he tainted it by dipping his man under into his mother.
Because you can't stand up in a fight. And then when I'm nice again, because I think to myself, I don't want to keep.
I thought it was going to end differently. I thought you was going to say it turned sour by going inside Barbara.
Do you have anything to say, Chris?
I would definitely watch it bite size, not on stream, but sadly it's not non-existent. Oh
He
yeah,
hung up.
Chris just hung up.
Hello?
He couldn't be bothered with it. He really does not give like a shit about any of the things that Alec is saying. With the Casey ones, he kind of stuck with it because there was the opportunity for China, but he obviously doesn't have that with Alec, so he just does not give a fuck and will just fuck off. He used to at least try and give an excuse, but he just stopped caring.
Hey Chris, it's Alec.
Hi, Alec.
So, I got your email. Looks like you wanted to talk. What's up?
Okay,
This feels even
just
quieter.
let you know, I'm in the middle of dinner right now, so I'll have to make this short. But, yeah, I am a bit concerned about the fact that you could see with the oversized ads on the Wikipedia. I mean, the smaller banner ad, that was okay.
I've sped this up a bit,
I would
by the
accept
way.
that on a daily basis, but no, you had to go and add a whole...
Chris,
Yeah.
You asked me to call you right at 9:30, and when I do, you're eating dinner?
Well...
What are you eating?
Jesus Christ, Mike.
Chris, if you're going to ask someone to go out of their way for you for something, you should probably actually allow them to do so and not act like you are inconvenienced when they do. That's just a suggestion. But, I think maybe, if you actually want to have a serious discussion, that's why I called. But maybe let the chicken wait until
I'm
we're
just
done with the
sleepy,
call.
so I'm cheating.
Because I don't like calling you only to hear that, you have something else that you need to do, even though this is the exact time you told me to call.
Yeah.
So why don't we have our talk? And maybe the chicken will get cold, but you can microwave it.
Barbara, Breast, and Chandler.
Yeah.
All right. So
I thought we had the understanding that we were not going to go back to the oversized ads again.
Oh, okay. Well, I can explain that. Do you remember how I told you that if you met my requirements exactly, I would remove the ads, but if you failed to meet my requirements, the ads would get worse? Do you remember when I said that to you? So you failed to meet my requirements. You did meet Evan's requirements, apparently. Evan is happy with you, and I'm proud of you for doing that, because Evan he's satisfied that you killed Simona. However, I am not Evan, and I had different requirements than Evan.
Okay, well, why are you not satisfied?
Okay,
well, there's a few reasons.
Well.
First and foremost, you did not state all of the things that I told you to in your apology video, like how Sonic 2 cannot make money in its current form and is a doomed franchise, and you will need to start over with something original. You made no mention of that. Alrighty. next, your last apology video was, well, insincere is kind of too lenient if I called it that. It was just insulting. I mean, you
That's
obviously
just
felt absolutely no remorse whatsoever.
Wait, who said
even
that?
though you swore up and down to me when I talked to you that you did.
That was
I'm pretty sure you just wanted to
that was the
finish the phone call, and you thought that you could just read things off a list, and that would please me.
Why can't I remember his
and
name?
then you hung up on me. I think like 5 or 6 times.
And I did. Well, the last one I did apologize for that in the email I sent you.
Who's the hot Sonic
but
chick guy?
You hung up on me multiple times. Chris,
Dylan
I think that you
Cocktail.
believe. I think you believe that if you do something wrong and then you offer a superficial apology, you believe that that gives you license to just do it all over again.
I can't do voices.
You know that's not what apology is about, right?
That is not what apologies are about.
Okay. And the reason you hung up on me was because you were trying to avoid me. You were trying to just brush me off.
Okay, well, I will admit that's the last one, and I apologize for that.
Okay. So if you want that apology to mean anything, then in the future, including this call, and if we talk again,
my favorite part
you are
about
going to
this
have
pic
to actually
is
stick
his
to that
tits.
word and not ever again attempt to brush me off.
Okay.
Hanging over
makes
the
sense?
stripe.
Now, let's talk about those ads for a bit. If you notice, they really aren't ads for Astropedia anymore. What I started a new comic called Sonichu Revolution, and that's actually what I'm using ad space for. And what Sonichu Revolution is it's actually it's like a reboot of Sonichu. See, since you aren't uploading pages, I thought I would do a nice thing for your fans and use my ad space to keep your fan.
Well, no, I am doing a page. Now, listen, your comic pages, they should stay on your website alone.
Thank
I do
you
not want your
for
pages on my website that only shows
Wizard
my
is best.
Oh, it's kind of too bad that I bought ad space on
your
your website, and when I gave you multiple opportunities to get out of me having web space or ad space on your website, you didn't take them. I can do what I want with my ad space. How many times was I gracious enough to give you an extremely easy way out of all of this?
Well, not sure. Define easy.
Okay. By easy, I mean how many times did I lay out a very clear, very specific set of requirements that I had of you, and where I promised that if you follow those requirements exactly, then I would remove all my ads, and I would do my best to stop Evan from, attempting to sue you. Evan's, in the past, he's happy now, but my ads are still an issue. And I asked you also about the apology, which you never were.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Yeah.
Just to let you know. Yeah. Okay. Well, I understand further. Yes. You did offer me. You did tell me
I really want to know who took this picture. I wonder if it was Barbara or Bob.
I'm gonna estimate like about
Not like
5
it
to
matters.
10 times at this point, because we have not talked over the phone that much.
I think it.
Yeah, we've
just
just
pretty
talked.
cool to know.
Or 20 max. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna go with that.
Well, I'm
gonna go with
it's
that.
actually, I think 3 or 4 times is the number of times I specifically laid everything out for you.
Okay. Well, at this point, an overbid is a good estimate.
All right. Well, I'll give you that one. So yeah, multiple times I gave you opportunities to to handle the situation and to come out scot-free. And if I remember correctly, I did.
It's
talk
the
about
iconic
how
Christian
you
photo.
are the luckiest person in the world to have a competition like me, who would
I think
be so
this is
generous and
probably
go
the
out of his
picture
way
everyone
to help
thinks of
his
Christian
competition.
with.
I mean, a lot of other companies would have just blown you out of the water and not thought twice about it. But, I liked Sonichu, or I used to like it, back when you actually updated it. And I know that it does have some fans still, and I wanted to see it continue. Because I don't want to just take over everything. I don't want to be the only artist out there.
Yeah.
That's not fun. Yeah. You kind of want to be the only artist in existence. I don't know why you want that. Why do you want that anyway? Why do you not want other artists to exist?
I never said that I did not want other artists to.
Well, you said it with your actions, if not with words directly.
Okay. Well.
I think we talked about that time. Actions are louder than words,
Yeah. Okay. Well, perhaps my actions were
Probably not that much actually, Anthony.
Oh, not misunderstood in the least.
How much did his ones that he
made
made go for? Because he made some.
You put all of your effort, it seems,
Let's see how many.
building up your own comic.
or how much you sold those for, and then probably have
if you
like
can convince me there's
50%,
some way to misunderstand
maybe
that,
more.
then by all means try. But as far as I could see, that was a pretty clear message. It's hard to misunderstand that. It's hard to misunderstand you repeatedly hanging up on me.
But it would have been worth much more if it wasn't for the first medallion being destroyed.
With your comic,
because then people realise that Chris didn't actually care about it that much.
Pages of book number 11, where I have drawn that far, and I'm about halfway colored through all those pages which I drew up.
How many pages is that?
Like over 30 now.
Over 30, really? How many days since you started that particular 30 pages? Has it been like 2 weeks? Like 15 days around there?
The health department, a gay county.
Okay, I'm not really sure if asking this is going to be useful, but why would you partially complete 30 pages instead of, say, completing and uploading 20 pages or 25?
Pretty much just the same
that would happen to make it for a long
things,
time on my birthday, which is this coming
just with
next Wednesday.
Alec getting annoyed at Chris for not doing things he's told him to do multiple times now.
I'm going to upload all those pages, all the main pages, in a bunch, on my birthday.
I thought Chris...
well, until then, I think I'll just keep uploading Sonic Revolution, because, I want to please your fans, even if you don't. Chris, why would you...
I put up a new page yesterday as well. One page I had...
So that...
I kind of got two memories of him selling it and him not selling it, so I actually can't remember what happened.
Yeah, anyway.
Your Cobra's
I do 2 pages a day.
Hot goth chicks with huge
I've uploaded,
tits.
in the past 15 days, I've uploaded 30 pages of my own.
Constantly sucking him.
And when's your birthday? Like 8 days from now? So I'll have another 16 pages up. So that's 46.
You are mistaken. We're not talking about 8 days. My birthday is on the 24th of February.
My mistake. So 6 days. Okay, well, I'll have 12 new pages.
The Mrs. Green
in addition
stuff.
To the 30 I've already uploaded. I'm sorry, I didn't know when your birthday was.
Well, it's specifically stated on my bio page on the Wikipedia and in a couple other places.
This is such a huge ego thing.
Chris, when is my birthday?
I don't know. I did not study your bio.
Well, Chris, it's on my bio page on the Astropedia. Why wouldn't you know it?
Well, I did not make
if I'm supposed to know your birthday, don't you know mine? Chris, I'm kind of hurt.
Okay,
Chris just thinks people needs, like, everyone knows his birthday.
And learn, put in my mind when your birthday is.
Nah, you don't have to do that. Don't worry about it. I'd rather you work on pages than go look up info about me. Because, I actually, I don't know your birthday because I've been working on my pages
so
rather
awful to look at.
Your bio.
I hate it.
Yeah, so I do really have to recommend that you begin uploading those 30 pages immediately. Like, as soon as we're done with the call or whatever, just get to work on it. I mean, stay up all night if you have to get those pages up. Because here's the thing about the way fans work. If you leave your fans in the dark for a week or 2 weeks or a month or however long, it really doesn't matter if you're partially completing some things, because if you don't put out any product, then your fans have nothing to work with. Have you ever heard of the game Duke Nukem Forever?
I'm sorry, you said Duke Nukem Forever?
Yeah, well, the Duke Nukem video games. You ever played any of those?
I have seen samples of that game.
Yeah, the totem sold for
the company that made those, they were working on a game called Duke Nukem Forever. And
that's kind of
fit,
but not
their next great title.
And not for how much it sold for, but it probably is the most
they kept promising, we've got
worthy
the engine
thing,
built,
I
we've
suppose,
got the characters designed, we've got all.
Because I think it's probably the only thing that Chris has created that does legitimately cause emotion.
The company actually went out of business.
And like Flunky said, it's fear.
And if you keep doing the same thing, Sonichu is going to go out of business. Well, not permanently, because I have Sonichu Revolution, so it'll live on in some form.
Well, still, your revolutions are not the original Sonichu pages of which only I can draw up and tell.
But what they are is existence, and the fans appreciate that. Your pages are not existence. And if you stop Sonichu, then, the fans are going to want something.
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess. Well, don't worry. You will see all those pages in the completion of the 10th book.
Okay. Does this mean I'm a little confused? You remember when I told you? Well, of course you remember. I brought it up plenty of times about how you really need to either do some sort of major reboot of Sonic U, or else just come up with a completely different comic because all of the elements that you stole from other franchises. Are you still like thinking about that?
Fuck.
Because if you're gonna finish book 10, then
I have been thinking about that actually.
What do you think about it?
Some of those changes will be talked about in the clip show that's going to be in book 11.
So is book 11 like going to be a transition from the current Sonic U to a new one?
It's a transition.
Oh, okay. Well, that's actually not really what a reboot is about. See, what you're doing, like a transition, suggests that the Sonic U that exists now is going to be like part of the same universe or world as whatever new Sonic U. What a reboot is a hard stop. You reset completely. You start over from scratch. Everything that came before means nothing. It's null and void. Like, for example,
now I'm gonna get through
like the Spider-Man movies. They aren't in the same world as the
We've only
comics.
got
They were sort of
an hour and 20 minutes
they told
left.
everything over from the beginning.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's. I can sympathize with you on this. I mean, you've been working on Sonic U for 10 years now, and the thought that you have to abandon it completely and start over with something new. I understand that that's kind of a scary thought, but it is true. Have you what do you think of
God!
Sonic
I just
Revolution,
looked
by the
at
way? Have you been
Kobra's
reading it?
fucking
I'm only like 7 pages in. Right now.
recent video thumbnail.
I did not like the way
What
you
the
were killing
fuck is
characters left
that?
and right. That's no good. It's just terrible.
Well,
don't
yeah.
Don't go killing characters. That just does not. That just does not work. It's like doing zombie X-Men.
Yeah.
Marvel Zombie.
I remember that was actually a pretty popular comic, wasn't it?
It's actually on the PlayStation Network digital comic download, only on the PSP right now.
Oh, well, I've seen it in stores. Well, it was pretty popular. Was my point.
Anyway, that's the point. That's still like killing. It's just like killing everybody left and right.
Chris, how many comic books and TV shows and movies and whatever other media have you seen where
It's like
characters die?
listening to a
Do you think
teacher
they're all
criticizing
bad?
a student's homework assignment.
Yes.
Kind of.
Yeah, but they are bad because that's just totally
Probably
bad.
not as
do it in such a gory way. It's just
blunt
terrifying.
about it.
It's like any of the Saw movies, especially like the first trap in Saw 6.
Did you like those movies?
That was horrifying.
Did you like those movies, Chris? The Saw movies?
Yeah, I like them. I mean, I enjoyed the.
You liked them, but there's death in it. How could you like a movie that has death in it?
The last Cobra
bad.
video I watched
That
was
death
the
is bad.
bite-sized one.
I'm not talking about.
Yeah,
I'm
I've not
not
kept
saying-
up on
I mean,
it at all.
But I'm not talking about the death part. I did not say I like the death part. I like the building of the character of John Kramer in the movies.
But the point is, you still like the movies overall, right? I mean, you went and see them. You'd probably see them again.
Yeah, I mean, they were. I mean, I would admit they are horrifying, and they do frighten me.
Well, hence the genre horror. If it's horrifying, it's doing its job, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, still, that's Hollywood magic. That's.
Well,
I've never looked into Aspetu for some reason.
Right. I forgot, because comic characters are real people, and apparently I'm guilty of multiple homicide now. Chris,
yeah.
you remember when you killed Simona because we strong-armed you into it because you refused to do it willingly? Are you guilty of homicide now? Because you killed Simona.
Actually, you could blame the Voltorb that was placed by the toilet that exploded. Because the Voltorb exploded.
Chris, you drew the Voltorb. You drew the Voltorb. Chris, you knew Simona was going to die. You knew there was going to be a Voltorb there, and you did nothing to stop it. You are an accessory to murder.
This is such a stupid conversation.
You knew, of course you knew she was going to die, because, I've been telling you for weeks to kill her.
Read the pages after I put them all up, and you'll see that it would have been preventable, but there was a way that it could not have been prevented. You will find out.
Did you see my page where Sanchu killed himself? Did you see how depressed he was? I couldn't have prevented that. Sometimes people are so depressed that you just can't reach them. And it's tragic, but, sometimes people commit suicide because they believe there's just no way out for them.
I have a question for you.
Oh,
you said
please.
you like Sanchu. Why did you draw him killing himself? If you liked him, you would not have done that.
Well, I didn't draw Sanchu killing himself. I said Sanchu.
Conversation.
Your car, I don't want to say Autobot because it's a trademark, but...
Okay, well, excuse me. Well, I misunderstood.
I'm not sure if
Yeah.
I mean,
that was wrong. I
If
mean,
Chris
I was
actually
like,
had
it's like,
a logical reason
No, Chris,
for
I didn't kill him.
having
He committed
killed the
suicide. He was
character
depressed
and it was
because he had
legitimately
a name that he
homicide,
hated, and all the other Autobots made fun of him.
he would have a defense.
Autobots do not make fun of each other for their names.
No, they make fun of Sanju. Chris, look at what he says in that page. He says
comic book
he
character that he
because
made
it's not
or
a strong,
stole,
manly Autobot name. Why would he lie?
and
Well, it's only because
killed off because
He had nothing to lie about. He had nothing to lose. He was going to kill himself.
Yeah, well, I did
Trolls
not.
put
I'm
gay
not the
porn
one that
on the
drew
website.
that drew my car, my Autobot, to say that. I did not. You did that, pretending to be me in a sense.
I wasn't pretending to be you. Chris, look at the page. Do you see on the comment page where it says copyright 2010 Alec, Benson, Leary? I'm pretty sure that shows that I was not pretending to be you.
Yeah, well,
I was actually pretending to be
you had no right. You had no right in killing a character that was originally mine, and I have never said, had never said personally, had died. When a character dies, I would let everybody know myself. Anybody else who makes up who says outside of my jurisdiction, it's just a whole bunch of bogus baloney.
Well, maybe I can say it's a parody, and that'll make it okay, right? If Sonic Revolution is a parody, would that be okay?
Yeah.
It would.
I would accept that, yeah. But don't
I would
make it so big.
that, yeah.
Maybe like 3/4 of the current size. 3/4.
Nah. Then no one can read the text. I'm not going to make it smaller. It's kind of hard to read the text already.
I should have those pages on your Asperpedia. People could just go over there and read them for themselves.
But the whole point of Sonichu Revolution is to make up for your lack of updates. Why would I put it on my Asperpedia? That defeats the purpose. I'm keeping the fans there for you, Chris.
Because
thank you.
Alec is such a good guy, dude.
Pages, not me.
Yeah, that's right. I'm drawing the pages. You're not drawing anything. Or you say you are, but we haven't.
You're wrong. I have been drawing the pages, and I have been coloring them.
But you're not uploading them.
Because I'm too busy working on coloring them after I have drawn them all up.
Hey,
How?
I have realized things like I have to go
Understand why Chris
hang out with my family. I have errands to
says
run.
this takes so long.
All right, I want you to guess
But
Chris. I want you to guess between 1 and 10 how many hours did I spend in school yesterday? Take a guess right now.
how many hours you spent in school yesterday?
Yes.
The average of 10.
That's right. I spent 10 hours in school yesterday. I also
Yeah.
uploaded a page of Sonic Revolution yesterday.
Well, what about your
Stress
job?
life.
You have your job as well.
I didn't. Yeah. What about my job? I upload pages while I have a job and school. So what about my job?
Yeah, well, you got all your. You're spending
Was
your
Chris
time there
just
as
trying
well.
to point out that
Yeah.
he had listened to
Yeah.
him at one
Okay,
point?
well, I'm not sure.
Why would he bring up the
job
job
thing?
thing?
I lost the train of thought.
Okay. Well, yeah. It's true that yes, I spend a lot of time in school and a lot of time at my job, and I have errands too. Not really for my family. I don't live with my family, but I do errands on my own.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well.
What do you? How much time? You've mentioned that several times. Do you have to run errands for your family? Like, what do you have to do for them? What did you do?
The video
yesterday?
is sped up because I'm tired.
Like, are they having you
I'm
break
just trying
rocks
to
with
make it go a
sledgehammers or
bit
something all
faster.
day? Because you say it's like some huge serious thing.
I might speed it up.
Yeah, well, they're
teensy
old.
bit
I have
more.
to do chores for them. I have to do chores for them around the house. Like I
What?
even shoveled snow to make a path for them and get the cars out. And my car, it was stuck in. The two front tires were stuck in their own grooves, and we finally got the car out of those two grooves today.
That's
So
big
you've been
work.
working on that solid nonstop, just digging your car out. I mean, I live in Minnesota. We get some bad snowstorms sometimes, and my car will just get completely buried in snow. And it might take me, like, in the worst case scenario of storms, it might take me half an hour to dig enough snow out for my car to move. We usually don't get that much snow, though. You said some chores around your house too, like besides shoveling. What else do you have to do?
I picked weeds.
I clean the big kitchen. I vacuum. I move stuff around. I clean the bathroom as well. I do a lot of things around the house.
I
You
love
kind of
how
sound
he
like you're
just
talking to someone who has not
says
seen that video tour of your house.
Yeah.
Right now. And I want to let you know that I actually have seen it. So
video
I'm pretty sure
evidence of his house. That's like
Chris,
annoying.
can you hear me? Hello. Chris, are you pressing buttons?
Hey, Alec.
Hey, Chris, did we get disconnected there?
Yeah, I'm afraid we did. Happens
Yeah.
to me me and my girl pal as well in our conversation sometimes. Everything goes bad during this time of night.
It's so
okay.
cringy.
Well, glad I got you there.
Just
okay.
embarrassed.
Well, we were talking about the chores you need to do, I think, in your house. So you're saying you clean your house up?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You clean your room at all?
Yes, I do clean my room.
How much do you clean it? Like
it's not completely true,
like
Flunk. Fuck you, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so how long does it take when you do that? Because if you do it once a week, that's just like maintenance. And
it takes me 2 hours.
2 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
How long does it take you to clean the rest of the house?
It pretty much takes me 1 to 2 hours per room.
Okay. Like what do you do when you clean? Like what specific stuff do you do?
I move stuff around. I take the vacuum cleaner. I vacuum. I scrub the floors with Floor 9 and paper towels. It's hard work.
You got nothing to clean up, and you just clean it anyway.
I hope you don't mean
such a bad lie.
Yeah, after an extensive long time. I mean, sure.
I thought you were strong, Chris. Why would your back?
I am strong.
How strong are you? Like, because it seems the video.
I'm very strong. Believe me, I'm very strong.
Really? Like,
anybody will tell you that, like, they just feel like their back goes after a very extensive time scrubbing the floors, getting up and down as well.
You should get a Swiffer wet jet, because then you can stand while you're scrubbing the floor. I use it; it's really useful. It's quick too.
We don't have that here.
Oh, maybe you could sell some of those video games like I was talking about. Then you could afford one. Have you thought at all about selling any more of your games, Chris?
No, I have no plans. I have no plans for that at the moment.
Why would you want to hold on to video games that you don't play anymore?
Every room in the house takes 1 to 2 hours.
Chris, you got
and you clean it every day.
You play all of them regularly? Is that what you're telling me?
That house is spotless.
Yeah, I'd say, on a regular basis I do.
Every single one.
He doesn't bring up his strength.
That must take a lot of time.
That's kind of his main feat in his
video
mind.
Game playing backbreaking too, just out of curiosity.
I guess it probably doesn't matter, and he's not trying to impress Alec.
No, but
so maybe that's why.
But after I have done.
And he's always talking about his strength, especially in the father call.
Okay, but you only clean once a week, and shoveling, that doesn't happen all the time. I know Virginia got a snowstorm recently, right? But that was kind of like a one-time thing.
Well, just to correct you, I was not talking about cleaning period once a week. You're talking about cleaning my room once a week, and then we have other. Then it's like on another day I'll clean up the kitchen, and on another day I'll clean up the living room. On another day I'll clean up my parents' bedroom.
Chris, I've seen the video tour of your house.
That was like over a year ago.
Over a year ago. You should film a new tour then, actually, because people still think that your house is like a mess like that.
I'll consider that.
You really should. It'd be a good idea. Chris, here's what I don't get about you. There are so many things.
30 centimeter
like, if your house is clean,
path.
You just make a video and show people that.
Just enough for the vacuum cleaner
to
fit through.
And
that's all he does.
If you wanted to prove to people that you have Nintendo's permission to use Pikachu, shit like that, you could just show them the letter that Nintendo sent you that gives you permission. Why do you take the hard way through everything? Why do you want to keep receiving, demands and questions about this and that subject when one little action on your part could just stop all of it?
Because for me, it's not all that easy.
What's not easy about it? Like, okay, the Nintendo...
Also, my father's still very angry at me for doing that video, touring the house over a year ago. And he's an 18-year-old man. He's very angry.
Why was he angry about it?
It's like invasion of privacy.
They could condemn our house.
Your house,
we would have to move out of it.
An invasion of privacy.
Thank you for the $2, Weston.
People without their consent, that would
and
be
you still like cats. That's very cool.
But I don't think your parents would.
You don't understand. And I forget all the details. My father said, but he's still very angry at me for having done that.
All right, well,
please understand.
Okay, that's that. But what about like the Nintendo thing? Couldn't you? I mean, did Nintendo write you a letter saying, yes, go ahead and use Pikachu? Couldn't you just scan that and show that to people? Because everybody, you misplaced it.
Yeah.
That seems like a really important thing. How could you misplace that? And if you clean your house so regularly, it seems like you would find things that you had lost regularly.
Yeah. In moving stuff, I had the letter
you should film a new tour. Bob Chandler begins sweating profusely.
Because that would be, the legal department of a company keeps records of everything they do. They would be happy to just, fax you or send you another copy of the letter.
I'll keep that in mind.
Because businesses lose papers sometimes, and that's why there's redundancy. That's why. And not only your fans, but if you showed that letter publicly, then I couldn't demand that you admit Simon Chew's a doomed franchise, now could I? You wouldn't even have to do the reboot. I mean, think about it. Either you reboot your entire comic that you've been working on for 10 years, that's one choice, or your other choice is you just call it Nintendo and ask them to send another letter and show it to everyone.
All right.
Destroy 10 years of personal hard labor, or show a letter.
All right, well, I will.
I'm working on it.
I will look into that later.
Okay. This is reminding me of, in your recent, you started updating the mailbags again. Let me take a look at a mailbag, because I don't remember the exact phrase, but you responded with kind of a stock phrase to a lot of letters. Let's see here. Where is it? Oh, your letter has been read fully, and your thoughts have been inputted, inputted, and accepted for better improvement. Thank you for your time and effort.
Oh, that's the
Chris, you spend even less time responding to
that was the
emails than you
mailbag
do normally.
response he sent to like every single question.
And reread each letter before I make a final response.
But your final response is not thought out at all. See, again, this is kind of an interesting parallel to your comic work, because you say that Chris, let me talk. You don't interrupt people, right? Now, I will let you speak.
Why is he gone quieter?
One person speaks, the other person responds. Okay. You say that you spend a lot of time reading and rereading and really considering the letters, but when it comes time for the final step, which is, the response, you don't really put any effort into that. And that's an interesting parallel to your comics, because you say you spend a lot of time drawing and coloring and, preparing your pages, but that final step, uploading them, you don't put any effort into that. So it kind of sounds like you go 90% of the way, but you don't actually finish that crucial 10%. And just to let you know, people are mad about this stock response that you made.
Well, when it comes to the mailbag, just to say, even after rereading it, I still could not come up with an appropriate response. So I have to go with a neutral response.
Why? What do you mean you can't come up with there's a lot of different subjects of these letters, and you give the same neutral response to everyone. Are you telling me that all of these subjects you really can think of absolutely nothing?
There are a few subjects.
Sadly, I don't think he impersonates Barb or leaves for a little while yet. I might be wrong there.
Like, someone wrote you a letter about your comments about homosexuals being bigoted and offensive, and you gave the stock response to that. That seems like a huge kind of Achilles heel with you, is if people mention the word homosexual, your mind goes blank.
Well, yeah, plus I could not think of an appropriate response to that letter.
Your comments, I'm reading the letter right now, your comments on homosexuals are bigoted and offensive. You want them to die in explosions. You want a vaccine for them just because they tick you off. The last two parts, those are actually very clear questions as far as I can see.
Yeah, I probably should have uploaded the streams, but I've been very lazy about that and I haven't done it in ages.
If someone asked me, do you want a vaccine for them because they tick me off, I would explain.
He impersonated Barbara to get out of a call with...
I just came up with that right now. That would be my response if such a question was asked of me.
Because he couldn't be bothered.
And that's not even that long of a response. You don't need like a page worth of response.
Yeah, because I perceived those statements as insults.
You've been bored of that martial
around. An attack on you.
The fourth, I mean.
Remember when you thought that my ads were an attack on you? So now so you thought my ads were an attack on you. Now this homosexual thing, you made plenty of offensive comments about homosexuals, which they could and plenty have interpreted as attacks by you. And so when someone asks you about them, how is that an attack on you?
It's in that letter you just read about, they call me bigoted.
That's because you are bigoted.
I am not bigoted.
You hate homosexuals. How many times?
He's not bigoted.
Actually, thanks to check out ESI recently, I actually see them in a more positive light.
Is that the same Jack Daddy that is an evil villain that does underhanded deals for ad space?
What?
Well, you kind of flip-flop a lot. No, forget what I said.
Is Donovan still here?
Specifically, Jack Daddy just told me about homosexuals from his point of view, and how that they would never make any actions towards me because I'm not even that attracted to him.
Chris,
because he's a homosexual.
I've actually been hit on by homosexuals once in a while. It happens to me in my life.
It's really annoying. It just ruins
I never got ticked off by it. I never saw it as offensive. I mean, I'm not gay, so I wouldn't really be interested. But if someone, man or woman, thinks
it'll be back up in a sec.
Well, it's flattering.
To alleviate the boredom of the...
Why would you think it's an attack if a person finds you attractive? I take it as a compliment that people think I'm attractive.
There we go. Now that's exciting.
Yeah, well, still, I mean, if a homosexual came up to me and flirted with me like that, I'll let them know that.
That you're not interested?
I cannot accept that because I'm not interested.
Oh,
I am
fuck.
straight.
Okay, well, that's
And then leave it at that.
that sounds like a good.
Then if the guy continues to continue on like that after the warning, then I'll get really mad.
Well, that's understandable. And you know what? That happens not just with gay people. I mean, straight people. Plenty of straight people have trouble getting the hint. I mean, guys all the time.
Like
guys who hit on a girl and she says no, thank you, I'm not interested, and they just keep pressing the point.
Poked people back.
Overstepping their boundaries, trying to hold their hands, things like that. That is, in a situation like that, it's perfectly acceptable to get offended if they don't
double fist in his
respect, or if they don't respect your
pretty cowardly,
your decline.
I think.
Your negative response, you see. But when did you talk to Jack about this this homosexual thing? When did you have that conversation?
It was like over a week ago.
When did you answer mailbag 52? Pretty sure it was less than a week ago, wasn't it? Because if your issues with homosexuals are resolved now, then why couldn't you?
Yeah, maybe it was.
I
don't know if it still is.
Okay, here's what you could have said. Well, just to be clear, do you still want a vaccine for homosexuals?
Yeah, he's not coupling and tickling or anything.
I'm sorry, I did not understand.
You're
I did not
right,
understand
Sean.
that. Could you repeat that, please?
Do you want to create a vaccine to eliminate homosexuality? Do you understand that?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I understood that. So yeah, you're asking me that right now, or
yes.
you just let me know. Okay.
No. Yeah. I'm asking you right now.
Okay. In an attempt to make it a fair world, I would support it. I would support that.
No,
okay, so when you said that you don't have problems with gays anymore, that wasn't actually true. Chris, well, like I said, I'm not gay, but I have a number of gay friends, a few family members that are gay, and that's part of who they are. That's part of their identity. Why would you want to take that away from them? What about removing homosexuality would make the world a better place?
My brain's shut down, so I don't even know what you're saying retroactively.
Because you already established a predicate that no gays equals world is a better place. So,
still got like an hour
that
left.
must mean that you do have an idea of how the two things are connected.
I'm an old man.
What two things?
Struggling.
Chris, do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Chris, you said no gays equals a world is a better place. That no gays is point one. That connects to world is better. Point two. How do those connect?
Okay.
What is?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. Now I get it. I mean, it's just that I'm getting an
So
incoming
there's
call right
beat
now,
break.
and
well,
it's like
you should probably ignore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
like
please.
hard to know because it's like it cancels your vocal input out at that point when the.
Oh, okay. Well, did you? Yeah. Did you hear my point though? Please explain how no gays equals world better.
Okay. Well, I'm not necessarily saying.
It's more so Chris's morality, because Chris tries to show himself to be
in reference and like
a really good guy who can't do no wrong. He can do no wrong.
Because there will be less risk of those people going.
So him hating gays
hell.
Yeah,
is a good way to make him.
Oh, you mean instead of heaven?
Yeah.
So you're saying gay people will go to hell?
Realize that. Yeah.
So
not.
You're a Christian then? If
yeah.
you believe that? What's like? It's been a while since I've read a Bible. Where in the Bible is that whole gays go to hell thing?
It's implied within parts of the Bible.
Well, I understandably, it's implied in parts of the Bible. I'm asking where. I'm not a Christian, so I don't have to read the Bible, but you're a Christian. When's the last time you read the Bible?
Yeah, I have read the Bible. But
you're sitting here judging people based off their sexuality without even knowing, what parts of the Bible. Hey, you know what else the Bible condemns? Black magic.
Well, I'm glad it was a beautiful day for you.
How many times have you tried to curse people?
It was
black
quite
magic.
dull where
Curse
I live.
Kamehameha.
Yeah, I get it. I get what you're saying right now.
So you're going to hell, right?
Well, I'm making atones for that.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Well, I asked you
Chris
to do
would not atone.
That was the most lackluster one I've ever seen you do. Do you believe that black magic works, Chris?
There's a chance that it can, but
not if you're Christian.
In fact, you'd only get
the Christian God says that all magic and supernatural stuff that doesn't come from God is false. Yeah, that's.
I have no comment.
I think it's a bit
okay. Well,
stupid to just.
So let's go back to the gay thing because we've established that you don't really know a whole lot about the religion you claim to believe in.
Purposely, I'm too tired to formulate words correctly.
When you're in the absence of important information
you're
like that,
feeding the
I would
trolls
think just go
again.
With what go with
Chris
what you see. And by that I mean,
kind of the thing.
You've never been attacked.
It was
by
an easy bait.
They've never done anything evil to you.
Fell for it because he's just pretty.
Actually, yes, I was abused by one. A homosexual principal at my elementary school tapped me on his lap, said some offensive
just read some of the later
chat. I found a couple, so I jumped on his lap and hid under his desk.
What did he say to you?
I don't remember what he said to me, but they were offensive.
So, okay, well, there are bad gay people, just like there are bad straight people.
At the end of the stream,
so
I promise.
One gay person did something bad to you that you don't really remember. Therefore,
like
all
a
gay
champion,
people
I'm gonna.
I'm
gonna get it all watched. This will be the final watching Christian stream.
Okay, so I should condemn all straight people because you've been horrible to me. You've said a lot of bad things to me. You've threatened me. Maybe, or not just straight. Maybe I should condemn autistic people because you identify with autism a lot, and you have been a very bad person in most of our dealings. Are all autistic people really selfish and demanding and arrogant?
No, not all of them are.
But all homosexuals
are forgetting
how
powerful I am.
Okay, well, yeah, okay, well,
I once stood on one foot for 3 seconds.
I'll wait to see if you really stick to that belief or not, I guess. I mean, I guess it's good that you're saying it now, but... Why do you sigh so much?
I'm a little tired right now. I had to actually clean the kitchen again today.
Don't you usually stay up till like 4 a.m. or something you said? I mean, this is kind of like the middle of the day for you, isn't it?
No, this is not the middle of the day for me. This is the middle of the night for me.
But, you said you sleep till like noon.
I will eventually do it.
Till like 3 or 4 at night.
Haven't got around to
it. Really weird schedule.
There's still loads of VODs.
Yeah, but actually, I'm
it's just not
going to
all
bed
the Casey
midnight,
ones.
and I get up at like 9 a.m.
The one Alec Benson, Leary one.
Well, I actually go to bed like around 11, and so I'm closer to my bedtime than you are to yours. But I feel fine.
Yeah.
We all get tired, but yeah.
Anyway. Yeah.
What do you think of? Let's see here. Oh, here's another good question. When someone asked you about the mailbag that you fabricated and you gave them that stock response again, I really want to see you actually. My main goal right now is I want to see you put real effort into your mailbags.
Did the mailbag actually last?
Sometimes I do come up blank, and that
did it actually continue after this at all?
I know you've said plenty of times you're a pretty smart guy, right?
It's a bit of a shame they kind of went.
Sometimes I'm slow.
Why?
It just happens.
But
I don't know why.
I guess after Bob died, the Tron kind of subsisted anyway. So people that have done the mailbags. Over their weeds.
You remember that Mike Jackson memorial email you got here? You used the copy and paste response on that too.
That wouldn't have been funny, nor would it have gathered
I didn't know
any
who that
information.
was. I didn't realize that was the guy that moved out and married the prostitute.
I thought that you said that you spent a lot of time reading and carefully rereading these emails. How do you not know the basics of what it's about?
You're true. Fucking hell.
Well, I miss a detail or two sometimes. It happens.
I miss a detail. You miss all the details.
It happens sometimes.
I mean, I thought they were talking about Michael Jackson, the pop star.
Maybe if you'd read the email, you would have said, seen that wasn't the case.
I thought you did like 40 mailbags. Although he probably only did like 10 of them with actual answers.
Why do you not put effort into anything?
I do put effort in everything.
Everything? No.
I do put effort into everything.
Website was going to get taken down because
that peaked the mic.
You did nothing.
That was awful.
I tell you got to upload pages and you do nothing.
I don't have a Chris impression, sorry.
But you don't upload them.
I don't do impressions.
Yes, I do and I will.
No, will is different from do. Will is future tense and it hasn't happened yet.
I'm getting tired of this. You're raising your voice at me. I don't appreciate it.
Well, I think I kind of, I'm just trying to enunciate a point. I'm trying to get you to respond.
You're raising your voice at me. I'm sick of it.
Chris, a person raising their voice, that really is enough to just, completely discombobulate you.
I'll talk about at the end of the stream.
No, I asked you, Chris, why do you not care about anything? And then you said, I do care.
35 minutes-ish, I think.
Is that the pot calling the kettle black? Chris, I want to understand why
I did not call
it is okay for you to do so many things to other people, but you get mad when they do it back to you.
Troll.
please, I'm asking you a simple question. Please explain this to me. Why is it that any level, any tiny level of stress or inconvenience, and you immediately will fall back on, you're being attacked, or you're being, your world.
It just happens, especially when I'm tired.
That's not an excuse. That is not an excuse. That's an excuse that a child uses. Children complain that they have to do a little bit of hard, work or deal with unpleasant situations. Honestly, I have been very polite with you, Chris. I don't swear at you.
Well, that's what's up, so...
A few occasions when you really piss me off, but for the most part I don't. I don't yell at you. I raise my voice in response to you raising your voice. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to talk to you like an adult.
Okay, well, I'm just tired right now. And, considering you're about 11 o'clock, you probably want to finish this something around.
Do you say vodka?
No, I'm doing good.
Let's just agree that I will be uploading the pages. And when you got, and perhaps after book 10 is completed, you could. Actually, you know what?
Well, you know what? If you want to,
don't worry about the ad. Don't worry about the ad space at this point. I'll just leave it to that. But
please
yeah,
stop
but
running away from me, Chris.
What?
Please stop running away from me.
I'm not running away from you. I'm right here.
From me.
I know you're not literally running away, but you're trying to end the conversation because I'm making you feel bad. And it's not even because I'm attacking or insulting you. I'm just presenting, a few things that are very minorly unpleasant.
Yeah, the bad thing about these calls is that they do get a bit samey, but it's because Chris doesn't even try to change.
Sometimes there are things that, we don't. We generally we would not prefer we would prefer the opposite of unpleasant.
You seem to prefer the opposite of unpleasant literally all the time. Any little bit of stress, and you run for the hills. You avoid anything unpleasant. Even in cases where dealing with a small problem now will avert a very big problem later, you always choose the hard way. You choose to deal with the big problem that you could have avoided. Bad news is going to happen. Life is not
thought you would have already hung up.
Well, I'm sure that happened to you, and you actually had to do that as well.
Yeah, but then I turned 10 and I started learning to get over it. Man the fuck up, Chris. Pardon my language.
Well, I can't accept that.
You're going to have to show that with your actions, Chris.
Yeah, and I will.
I will.
Do you believe that we could ever be friends, Chris?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's Jason. Jason, that's Jano Cresver before he sends in the piss troopers.
I am open to opinions and thoughts when they are presented in a non-condescending, acceptable tone, or whatever.
That's what you always say, but you never act on them. I'm showing you things you haven't done, and you still don't do them, because I've done this with you several times.
Yeah. I will. Listen, I'm going. I'm really, seriously, I'm feeling really sleepy right now.
All right, well, have a good night. I'll talk to you later.
Chris.
All right. Take care.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Hey, Chris, it's Alec.
Oh. Hi, Alec.
Hey, happy birthday.
Okay, well, I was not expecting you.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
Yeah. How was your birthday today?
My birthday was yesterday, and it was good.
Oh, it was yesterday?
Celebrated with my family. Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, I saw the pages you got uploaded today.
Loud. I think I need to turn this one down a little bit.
What's up with that trial, Chris? That was kind of a left field. I didn't expect that at all.
Yeah, well, you drew me. You drew me in.
I don't think Nintendo wanted to be involved with him at all.
Being bared false witness from your
Sega kind of played into it though.
In comparison of the other Chris being the real one and not me, which I was the real deal. And then you set me on fire. And then recently, you portrayed me getting my head chopped off in a saw blade with gore and detail.
Chris, you didn't read that last page. Did you read the page? Because what happened there was that was a picture of the real you in the comic, and I said, like your head got chopped off, but then you came right back and said, no, okay, we were just faking. Your head didn't actually get chopped off. Yeah.
You could have made that more obvious.
Well, if you read the text, it would have been obvious. There was text there. I mean, I spelled it out. I specifically had you say, "Don't worry, this is fake." My head's not really chopped off. I'm fine.
Yeah, you only made a bit.
You accused me of using.
And I think
kind of
separate
distancing themselves.
I was just kind of.
It
it seemed kind of weird that your comic has suddenly taken a very gory turn.
For how they operate.
I mean, like
it's just one time.
For Sega, I think they can do fucking whatever they want. Who cares?
One time.
Yeah, well, you did violence done to me. I was just returning the favor.
Oh, revenge is okay though, Chris. You said violence is wrong. You didn't say it's okay in the case of revenge. And I'm kind of curious, why is this trial taking place? Like, why are Alec and Mao and me, or Alec and Mao and Evan and Sean, why are we on trial?
Okay, let me see. The copycat of practically everything from nearly everything from my books.
I did.
Fire, chopping my head off, false witness, and
I fucking shot myself back. I didn't get to mute myself in time.
Do you remember all the times that we talked about Simone Law, where I explained to you that I wanted you to kill her because she's not your character, and Evan wanted her gone from your comic?
I'm annoyed that I sneezed down on
Chris, you told me, you swore up and down to me that you understood the point I was trying to get across to you, and that you understood what I meant.
Yeah, I did understand that.
Well, no, you're lying to me, Chris. You obviously didn't.
No,
God, Chris, I cannot believe you did this, Chris. I thought that you were just, kind of going, just mouthing along and pretending to understand and saying what I want to hear to get me off the phone. And, I said that to you. I asked you, are you doing that? And you said no. You said no. You promised. You understood. You comply. You believed what I was saying. But then this trial comes along, and what you're telling me right now is apparently my words went in one ear and out the other with you. And you think that me and Evan did something wrong to you. You think that you have done nothing wrong? Do you seriously believe that we are, antagonists and you are just a saint here?
Chris did nothing wrong.
Let me think about that moment.
Okay, well, while you're thinking about it, remember, don't tell me the answer that you think I want to hear. Tell me what you really believe. That's the answer that I actually want to hear, is what you really believe.
There's a picture in the quickie where it's the kid picture of Chris.
I'm looking at...
And when it molds into his adult face, and it's really
simultaneously
weird.
Electrocute me. Sonichu says, "Oh, I'm not gay." Chris, how many times did I tell... Okay, another thing apparently you didn't listen to. How many times did I tell you that I never portrayed Sonichu as gay? I explained clearly to you, because you thought that he and Astrid were gay, and I explained to you that they were just hugging because they're friends, they're close friends.
Right, actually.
And I thought that you understood that, but... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, but the portrayal can be misconstrued, especially with all the pink-hearted drawings that you did.
Yeah, and you did misconstrue it.
And the one where they were lying next to each other in a bed situation.
Okay, you did misconstrue it. That's true. And then you brought that up to me, and then I explained to you what it really meant. And now
I don't know what anything about anything is, dude.
You say, Sonichu says, you're portraying as gay. I'm not portraying Sonichu as gay. I've never done that.
Yeah, I mean, he's got such broad shoulders and
Wild, and Sonichu's bisexual, and I think that's it right now, actually. Well, Mitch is gay in my comic, although I haven't shown him have a lover yet. None of my fans misunderstood that. I mean, not that it really matters, because the point is that you misunderstood it and you brought it up to me and I explained it to you. I don't care that you misunderstood something. What I care is that apparently you didn't even listen when I explained to you. Because anybody can misunderstand something, but you brought it up to me and I explained it to you, and you made it sound like you did understand, but apparently you didn't.
Actually, I did understand, but I still had the anger and rage. I still had the anger against you.
Why? Why would you have anger against me?
Anger against you.
If I explain
one big reason is continuing the blasphemous advertisements on Wikipedia against me.
Oh, really? Hey! Do you remember when I explained to you?
My birthday, After Tuesday.
Chris, do you remember when I explained to you last time that my ads are staying up there because you completely insulted me and didn't respect what I wanted you to do in the apology video? But yet what you're saying to me now is you think that the ads are an attack on you. You're just completely forgetting what I told you before. Or maybe you're not forgetting it, maybe you're just choosing to disregard it. They were a direct consequence of your actions. You had the power to get rid of the ads and you did nothing. So how can you be mad at me for having the ads up?
However you pronounce it,
when I gave you several ways out and you didn't take them.
Well, at least I was by request. I put and hand wrote all the apologies and everything, and killed Simona.
Oh no! You said that me and Mao and Sean and Evan killed Simona. That's what your comic says. Apparently, you didn't fulfill that part of the requirement either. Because I wanted you to kill her, but you accused me of killing her, and then you killed us in your comic. What kind of apology is that? An apology is when you do something wrong and you acknowledge it and you make reparations to whoever was wrong. An apology
Chris
is not
really dug himself in the worst possible hole he could have for this scenario, because he started off by saying he thought that everything was real.
Said, hey,
and then he
some ice cream for you,
decided
but
to
then
kill
just as I
them
reached out for it, you threw it
in
on
the comic,
That's kind of what
which
it
he
feels
said
like.
he thought was real.
Chris, do you remember last time I told you that you were the one who drew the Voltorb? You were the one who killed Simone.
The request of the death of...
I think I was just
of my
snorting down the
character
mic,
comes to the
sorry.
point.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said the request of the killing of one of my
Colds
characters.
aren't
Not your
poggers.
character. No, Simona was not your character. She was Evan's.
Yeah, but anyway, with all the...
Yeah, but anyway? So you said yeah, but anyway, so are you acknowledging that Simona was not yours?
I acknowledge that Simona was not mine, but
You just,
I did not,
but 2 minutes
I
ago
did
you
not
said,
care very
I
much
need
for
a
all the
joke.
anger and torment and that such abuse that I continue to get from Evan.
what abuse did you get from him?
Verbal abuse and...
Why?
Like how?
What's
In the mailbag?
just
He
thing
sent you
with
emails
not
requesting you
chocolate?
to stop using the character that was his.
And then
Where did the
threatening to
not
stick his
chocolate
lawyers on
come
me.
from?
Yeah, because you were committing illegal acts against him.
Anyway, the point is Simona is dead now.
Yeah, well, no, the point is that you apparently don't listen when I talk to you. That's my point. Right?
Actually,
Because you believe that you are in the right and everyone else is in the wrong. And you...
But I knew why.
Is that your TV going in the background? Do you ever turn your TV off when you talk to people on the phone? That might be kind of nice.
Well, actually, I do turn the TV off sometimes. All right,
Oh.
I'll turn it off now.
Turn it
Well,
off
thank you. I appreciate that.
sometime.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I think there was
who is,
many
Sandy?
instances in the case calls where
Sandy,
you could
like
hear it. If
Simona's
you
daughter?
remember right.
Wild and Simona's daughter, yes.
How can Simona have a daughter when she's not supposed to exist in your comic? You know, Evan might get pissed about Sandy existing.
Well, still, Sandy did not originate from Simon's shoe.
She kind of looks exactly like Simona, but with like Lisa Simpson hair. She did originate from some. I mean, she's like a clone of Simona.
She is not a clone of Simona. She is a ground-type ghost shoe.
Yeah, isn't that what Simona was? Do you even realize the point of getting rid of Simona in the first place? It was because... Okay. Evan was mad about Simona because Simona was just a ripoff of Simon Chu. And it looks like Sandy is a ripoff of Simona, which by corollary makes her a ripoff of Simon Chu as well.
He doesn't give a fuck.
I disagree with that.
You can disagree all you want. Doesn't make it true. You can tell me the sky is orange as much as you want. Doesn't change the fact the sky is blue. I mean, judges will agree with that.
Okay, well, actually, still, Sandy does have an origin. That's definitely not one that Simona was from. Just blatantly based off of some other character.
I really can't.
He actually was born
I'm
as a
so
Rosie.
fucking tired.
From Simona.
I'm out of it already. I'm not gonna embarrass myself further.
You know, this probably doesn't matter a whole lot. I bet you're not ever going to use Sandy again.
Oh, yes,
I mean,
I will. Because
well,
we need a constructor. We need the main constructor in the city of Quickville, and Simona was that. So now Sandy has to be the one that fills in Simona's shoes.
Can't you just have like a construction crew, like construction workers?
Has to be the one that fills in Simona's shoes.
Can't you just have like a construction crew, like construction workers with vehicles? How can one person really do all the construction?
Simona was head builder, and she did have a crew. And when you take out the leader, the whole crew falls.
Okay, don't you think that crew? I'm sure she had like a second in command or something, right? Don't you think that her
I think
her
Chris
crew might
knows
feel kind of
everything
insulted
about
that
like building sites and stuff.
you have like a person who is a week old just take control? You inherited the crew. I mean, so you've got a construction crew that runs like a a kingdom.
I'm not doing fucking push-ups.
He's not going to take the reins prematurely like that.
You just said that.
He's going through heavy training.
Why? So she's child labor?
No, not child labor.
Well, she's like a week old, and you already have to assassinate people. I mean, that's...
The point of that was to get revenge against Evan for even thinking of killing off Simona.
But you killed Simona.
Well, how is
Because
that revenge?
Because I felt forced to.
It's just the same character.
That's correct. We did force you to, because you refused to acknowledge it.
I don't even
Chris, what is
understand
copyright
how that
infringement? Give me
works
your
in
definition.
Chris's mind. He's got some
Copyright
logic, but
infringement.
that's just
Yes, I'd like to hear your definition.
nothing.
The misuse of a character that originally belonged to somebody else.
Oh, really?
Without their
Okay, now how does that connect to Simona? You misuse Simona because she rightfully belonged to someone else.
Yeah, well, still even Steven Sancho was originally mine, and I have the copyright registration form.
I'm still waiting for God to make his own Sonichu
So,
comic.
what does that have to do with Simona?
That would
You
be
stole.
peak.
Don't change the subject, Chris. You stole Simon Chu and screwed around with him. Two wrongs make a right. Is that the case?
That is not the point I'm trying to make.
Well, then why do you?
That is fairly accurate, though.
When we're talking about Simona, why do you bring up Sonichu's copyright? What does that have to do with it?
Because you drew him in your pages without my consent, and then make him look like he could look like a homosexual or appear as such.
Why does anything that I do have anything at all to do with how you treat Evan and his property? Why do you want to punish one person for a wrong that you perceive another unrelated person doing?
I tried to go away to stop
I am not Evan.
and it still came
Evan
up.
is not
I just need to mute the fucking mic. I don't know why I'm not doing it.
Chris, God damn it, Chris. Okay, this is just like, remember when you were complaining about how, the trolls and ED attack you, and you use that as an excuse for why you treat me like shit? Why do you think it's okay to treat some random person like shit just because you've been treated badly by other people that aren't related?
It was, to correct you, it is not. I did not do it on a random person, quote unquote. I actually had reasons to do it against you and your crew.
I asked you why you stole something from Evan, which happened a long time ago, as I understand, actually, well before I created Asperchu.
Yeah.
And your response is that, because of something I draw.
Well, I'm just saying that was.
If I remember right.
Why I didn't care for what you did very much, and that was what you did there.
Chris, when someone asks you a question, it's polite to respond
you need
with an
to know,
answer that
but
is
I'm
relevant to the
do
question.
stuff tomorrow.
When I ask you why you think it's okay to steal Simon Chu from Evan, please don't respond by going off on some unrelated tangent about how you don't like me. Okay. Now, if I remember right on that Simon Chu article before you doctored it to make it look differently, it said that it was like in August of 2008 that you quote unquote created Simoma. That's a long time. That's over a year before I created Asperchu. I created Asperchu, not even 3 months ago.
Okay.
Okay, what?
Well, let's think about that moment so I can properly answer the question about the quote unquote character theft.
You know what? I don't really want to go over whether you think stealing Simon Chu is right or wrong or not, because we've done that before, and I was fooled. I thought that
we've gone through it like 4 times.
Response out of you, which turned out to be a complete lie.
Already,
because you to this day still believe that Simona is yours and everyone else is evil.
Thank God, Alec actually realized. Maybe this
I just want to know
great to listen to.
Why you
I know,
think that you're
Big Lenny.
perfect, and that everyone else who has a
She's
disagreement
the one
with
with
you is
the
automatically wrong.
fucked up
Well, to correct you, I never thought that I was
and
perfect.
eats
I am imperfect.
eggshells.
You still think you're better than?
You
still think you're better than?
Definitely high-functioning autism.
Well, what the hell does autism have to do with you being a bad person?
No, I was just saying that that's one reason why I'm not perfect.
So if not for autism, you think you would be perfect? Do you really think autism is your only flaw? I don't think
I have a lot of other flaws. I know that.
But does he go into Chris's? Does he make Chris go into his flaws?
I'm just saying that is one of my flaws that makes me not perfect. I am not perfect. I never said that. I mean, I have never said that I was perfect.
You imply it by suggesting that Evan and I are evil people who made you kill Simona because she was yours. You don't even. Oh God. Okay, now I'm really pissed off, Chris. I'm mad.
Pissed off, Chris.
Why? How many years have you been pissing and moaning at people about your copyright, your precious Sonichu copyright, but you don't give a shit about Evan's copyright or my copyright or anyone else? You just take whatever you want, and you act like you're in the right by doing so. Why do you do that?
You underestimate me. And WFA. Trust and believe.
You have no response, do you?
I get up really early. It's not my fault.
You've had like how many years of
I haven't adjusted
worrying about copyright
to trying to get this to work well.
I would think you would be a master of copyright law by now, considering how important it is to you. I mean, I think you would know copyright laws backward and forward.
I am not as knowledgeable as a copyright lawyer.
Chris, let's change the subject a little bit. What's up with that your Christian Love Day video?
Because it was my birthday.
I really liked your vid on the big bloke. That doesn't actually narrow it down very much. I assume you mean Daniel Lambert.
And I'm going to continue on.
You kind of just I recognize.
I've done a couple on big blokes.
What?
You took that speech from Chris. That speech that we will not go down without a fight speech. That was like lifted directly from Independence Day. You remember that movie?
Well, I remember that movie. I saw it only once, and I did not know that.
I've been waiting on some fat content for the next Saturday stream. I just haven't got around to actually streaming on Saturday.
I can write my own speech. So I let my friend do it for me.
Well, why do you think that your birthday should be a holiday in the first place?
Oh, they're talking about Christian Love Day. I should have been listening.
One point, it is a holiday in Mexico, so it should be an equally important holiday in America.
It's Mexican Flag Day in Mexico. Mexico has, I don't know what, like 40 million citizens, something like that. So, are you really saying that Mexican Flag Day is no more important than your birthday? Should 40 million Americans or more be celebrating your birthday?
I am not saying that.
You said that your birthday should be of equal importance to Mexican Flag Day. Oh, I was wrong. I just looked it up. Actually, Mexico is like 110 million people. I was way off. Okay, so your birthday is more important than 110 million Mexicans.
I never said that. And I never said that everybody should celebrate my birthday on that day.
Thinking
Chris,
you need to have
your first response when I asked you, like 90 seconds ago,
national
I asked
holiday.
you, why should your birthday be a holiday? And you
and
said,
it'd be a
loved
one.
Mexico,
10 days.
It should be of equal importance in America. That's exactly what you said.
Yeah.
And that's what you're thinking. You think that Mexican Flag Day is just not even good enough, right?
Well, it can be better.
It can be better. It's a day for 110 million Mexicans to celebrate the freedom of their country.
And that celebration could be accepted in America.
Well, why? Why would Americans celebrate Mexico's history? Americans have the 4th of July. That's when we celebrate our history. We have Flag Day too, like June 16th, I think.
I think that's about right.
Yeah. So we already have a Flag Day.
But still, I mean.
Yeah, I don't know why you're allowed to say fat.
In America.
And I'm sure they can celebrate Flag Day.
Yeah. So we should accept that and maybe celebrate as well in like a congratulatory way for them.
Well, then why wasn't your video about Mexican Flag Day instead of this made-up Christian Love Day?
One idea behind Christian Love Day is like the possibility of a second Valentine's Day.
It's like 10 days after the real Valentine's Day. Why would we need another Valentine's so soon?
It's like we need more reminders to love and care about each other.
Valentine's Day is a Hallmark holiday sponsored by corporations to sell shitty gift cards and disgusting fake sugar candies. It's not about love. It's just a stupid corporate holiday. If you really want to celebrate love, you can do it at any time. You don't need a holiday.
I didn't remember him ever saying that. It was pretty weird.
On a more constant basis.
Okay, so why your birthday? Why your birthday? Of all the days in the year, why would you choose your birthday for this particular holiday? Unless it was about celebrating yourself.
I'm pretty sure I didn't call you fat.
Because it feels right. Constant basis.
Okay, so why your birthday? Why your birthday? Of all the days in the year, why would you choose your birthday for this particular holiday? Unless it was about celebrating yourself.
Because it feels right.
What do you mean it feels right?
It feels like a good day to celebrate something.
Yeah, like Mexican Flag Day.
Yeah.
Chris, just admit that you just want you really think you're so important, that you're so saintly and perfect that you think your birthday should be a holiday. Just admit that to me.
Well, I am not saintly or perfect.
But you think that you're such an important person that your birthday should be a holiday.
You guys aren't listening to the importance of Christian Love Day. Instead, you're talking about fat. So who's really addicted to fat?
I agree on that, but it's actually a lot more than just quote-unquote ego.
What more could it be?
I am not sure right now because I cannot come up with the appropriate answer for that.
Well then you shouldn't be trying to create a holiday, Chris. You shouldn't really be trying to do anything until after you've come up with a logical reason to do it.
Okay,
countless times I've asked you why you do things and you fall back on I'm not sure, it felt right, or you use your emotions as an excuse, like when you brutally murdered, me and Evan and Mal and Sean in your sham mock trial.
Yeah.
Because you were still angry about the ads. Let's go back to that.
Thing.
What other thing?
How you portray me and my electric hedgehog, even in a parodic way, as definitely mentally retarded for one characteristic.
Chris, how many times have you?
And then brutally killing us off like you did.
You brutally killed me.
And essentially expliciting us like that.
Sexually.
But you did all that first.
Oh, so it makes it okay for you to do anything.
Say
Chris,
sexually explicit.
Okay, you accused me of making a parody, and I
didn't
I
mean
can't even begin to count
assaulting.
the number of times I told you that, which is not a parody. But you accused me of making a parody of an evil thing. How many times have you fallen back on describing Sonichu as a parody of Sonic and Pikachu when people ask you? And when you do it, it's a good thing, and you use it as a defense against attacks by Nintendo and Sega and other companies. But why is it when you think someone else is parodying you, shit hits the fan? Why is that, Chris?
Well, for one thing, you
he definitely have portrayed a sense of retardedness and stupidity, and even worse, in that sense. And the cues that came from me and my pages, and the video.
Okay, I already forgot what he said.
But
So,
the point. He definitely drew.
My question is dead in the water.
As among two things that Asperchu was digging out of his chest in the first book.
Have you ever seen Team America? Do you remember that movie?
Yeah, I've seen that movie.
Did you like it?
It was okay.
You remember how they made Matt Damon retarded in that movie? Well, they did.
Some of the jokes do not hit me right away because they're not that obvious to me.
Okay.
Well, I don't know much about the context of it. Like I don't know. Like for example,
bless his
the
poor
recent
heart.
Family Guy where Chris dates the Down syndrome girl, and then apparently the joke where she says, "I'm the daughter of a former Alaskan."
Governor. It was Sarah Palin, Chris. It was about...
Yeah, former Alaskan senator. Now, how was it? But, yeah, it was
But
then I learned in an article in today's Washington Post that apparently it was meant as an attack on Sarah Palin, and I did not know that when I first heard that.
Sarah Palin,
I just thought it was a general statement.
Okay, we're getting off on a wild tangent here. My question is, why is parody such a bad thing to you? When other people...
Yeah, he really went on a fucking wild one.
I did not understand half the question. Why is parody blank to me?
Why do you think parody is bad when other people do it?
Oh.
Hell.
I mean, it kind of sounds like if I had drawn you as a perfect, super strong,
maybe look in the description, that might help you.
Then you would have been fine with it, because I would have been kissing your ass in that case.
But at the minute they're talking about parody because it's a defense Chris uses for his comics, because they use Sonic and fucking Pikachu.
It makes you feel better. It makes you feel encouraged.
It makes you feel better.
Is
Chris, you're an adult. You really want people to kiss your ass all the time?
Well, yeah, not all the time.
Why don't you learn to deal with it?
I don't like constant abuse.
What constant?
And torment.
Constant abuse.
Oh, what torment and slander and cursing? Hey, Chris. Okay, you don't like slander? What about all the lies you've told about me? What about? Okay, remember a while ago you made a video trying to hypnotize people into hating Asperchu? Like you spoke in backwards Spanish or something?
Send me a lot of hikes.
Remember when you cursed me with the death threats?
And I apologize for that.
No. You're not getting away with that bullshit excuse this time, Chris. Okay? You can't just do horrible things, and then offer a fake apology afterwards. That's not okay. That's not what apology is. You claim to be a Christian. Do you really think this is what God wants his children to do? Do you think God...
Right. It is not something that's...
Can you just speed this up so we can hear the clown music properly?
I am
it is better.
No, you're not. You don't practice.
Where's the clown music?
Shit. You don't even try to practice
clown music?
what the
I don't know.
teaches.
Hey
well,
JS, I hope Chauncey's stream was cool.
Well, you can't be a
good.
Christian if you don't understand rules.
Chauncey's a cool guy.
And plus, there's a whole lot to memorize, and
yeah, religion is hard.
One of the things God wants us to do is not to worry about every single detail.
But you worry about every single... No. Okay, no. That's not how it works. All right? God wants you to follow the rules that he lays down. God wants you to try to be a good
Alec
person.
Is actually
you don't even
getting
try to be a good person. You are completely selfish, and you do whatever you want. And you demand that other people go out of their way for you to do things as you want them to. And then when someone starts pestering you, you offer a superficial apology and hope that smooths it all
He's just
over.
getting things
And then
wrong.
you draw a comic negating even that simple apology, where you threaten people and murder them in your comic, thereby proving that you were just lying to the person who
you're right. Chris is a
thought that you
mastermind.
actually understood the point he was trying to get across. God condemns lying, Admit that you lied to me when when you agreed with me that you didn't have a right to use Simona. Admit that
I think ego probably is.
I'll admit that.
And that is a part of
So all of our previous calls were just lies then?
No.
Fucking
yes, they happened, Chris, but your responses were lies. I know the phone calls happened in reality.
I don't even know if I'm making sense at the minute.
Anyway, let me get back. Anyway, I don't mean to go off topic, but I want to get back to the earlier topic about what's wrong with you making a parody of a parody. Okay, well, take a cue from what they did in one episode of Robot Chicken.
I don't watch Robot Chicken.
Why is he keep just bringing up random fucking
try explaining it to me
shows and what is it? Fox at this time?
A remake of an original movie. That was a blockbuster.
Okay, what about it? What about a remake of a remake?
It's not very good.
Sometimes they are.
I mean,
Sometimes remakes are better. Did you see the new Dawn of the Dead? That was way better than that George Romero shit.
I have not seen either Dawn of the Dead.
You probably shouldn't, because there's gore in it, and I know how much you hate that.
No, this is Alec, Benson, Leary.
Well, obviously, given how gory your
and
murder
the real Christian
was.
If that's what you're asking.
But okay, I'm having a little trouble understanding why
Alec was
okay
not
when you do
liquid,
it, but it's not okay when someone else does it. Because you proudly proclaim Sonichu to be a parody, but at the same time, you accuse other people of doing parodies like they're doing bad things.
Okay, well, think about this. How about if somebody did a parody to Asperchu, and
Yeah.
made him look even more stupid, more retarded, and actually brutally killed him in all the blood and gory detail, or had him sexually raped in a prison cell of all dudes? How would you feel if you saw that?
I don't think I'd give a shit, honestly.
Jeez.
I mean, if it was well done, then I might kind of laugh at it. If it was meant to be a funny parody of me. See, I don't take myself completely.
I mean, logic does
seriously
apply.
so
It
I can
just
laugh
has
at
to
my
be
own
Chris's
foibles, and I
logic.
can laugh at the foibles of my comic. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
Look at the fucking
That
smirk
is
on Chris's face.
a
He's living life.
Theory, yes. So I am not 100%. That is a previous.
You don't.
Yeah.
So you don't really agree with it though. You don't think imitation is
My
is ever a good thing?
sweetheart.
Not 100%. I'm like that
Because
50-50
Sonic is
on
an
that.
imitation of Sonic, and you must agree that Sonic is a good thing.
Yeah, because it was originally meant
I'm
in a
sorry,
positive
Brian. I'm
light.
so tired.
But then I get all
I'm
these
not gonna
inputs
slow it
from
down.
the trolls and all that on the
I wanna
internet,
go to sleep.
and then that just plain pisses me off.
Okay, if the guy who created Sonic, I don't know what his name is, but if he came along and discovered your Sonic 2 comic, he would probably see that at least half of it is just you attacking trolls. I mean, the comic's not even really about Sonic 2, it's about you, and it's about your war against trolls.
Just be happy.
Well,
I'm
that's
I'm too tired to try and do a shitty bit.
After I finish book number 10, I will be making less appearances in the book in the books, and then
Right, I
I'll
tried to
really more about mine.
speed
Are you gonna
up
do a
my own
reboot that we talked about?
speech, so it just sounds like the stream
There will be a form of a reboot. Yes.
sped up.
Why did you do these pages then if you're going to do a reboot?
I mean, if I'm going to be making less appearances in the comics, I figured I may as well let myself go out with a bang.
No,
Bang.
Chris, I explained to you, a reboot is a complete restart. What happens in the reboot will have nothing to do with the comics you
Why
made
does
thus far.
he should think you're
And, you
a
said you had
sex
like 30 pages. You only
pest?
uploaded like 16.
What?
That was the amount I had to complete book number 10, and the book is complete.
Or a
You said you
girl
had like 30
named
pages.
YouTube.
More about
Are you
mine.
going to do that reboot that we talked about?
There will be a form of a reboot. Yes.
Why did you do these pages then if you're going to do a reboot?
I mean, if I'm going to be making less appearances in the comics, I figured I may as well let myself go out with a bang.
No, Chris,
Wait,
I explained to you, a
why
reboot
is it
a complete
repeating
restart.
again?
What happens in the reboot will have nothing to do with the comics you've made thus far.
Right, I'm not going schizo. It's repeating again. Why is it doing that? Why are the calls fucked up? What? Ruined. Why is it doing that? Is that just I don't know. It's obviously not me, Flunky. I can't be fucking up the thing. Right, have you listened to this
So
bit?
this is just the fact that I finished book number 10, and I had them all ready for Show Shop, and I uploaded them.
Okay, right.
You know, if you have a deadline with a publisher and they're expecting 30 pages by a certain date, and you come to them and say, "Oh yeah, here's 16 pages," they're not going to be happy with you. And you didn't even upload them on your birthday. You uploaded them today, day after. People who miss deadlines don't get paid.
Well, I had computer troubles.
Of course,
And I had to go out, with my family to a restaurant to celebrate
This
my
is the
birthday.
best I
Finish
got.
with your job, Chris.
That's another thing.
If Caesar thinks I'm a sex pest,
from
that's
the
actually
perspective of,
really
like, he's
funny.
my job, it makes me feel
Well, you intend to make him your huge money-making franchise, right? So yes, he is your job.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you don't take your job seriously.
But you see with that definition in the mentality of an artist, when the thing was originally supposed to be a work of art and creativity, then it just cheapens it.
Well, then I could say it cheapened it when you started saying you intended to, publish it and make money off of it. So what you're telling me now is you have no intention of ever making money off Sanchu. Because if it is just a work of art for its own sake, that's fine. But you keep promising, deadlines that you miss, and you keep saying you're going to publish it and make money off of it.
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
Do you not want to make
with
money
the
off
Josh
Sanchu anymore?
stuff.
No, I would like to make money off of Sanchu.
Well, okay, you're cheapening it then. It's not a work of art anymore.
Because I had too many inputs from bad people like the trolls.
What the hell do trolls have to do with it, Chris?
And
I have you as a
from,
troll, and my comic kept going just fine.
And also
How do trolls control what goes in the comic? Go ahead. Go.
It's when they do pick me off, and then
there's been a lot of stress out of them.
It's like putting poison into the water supply.
Why do you keep responding to trolls then? And another thing, you have a really broad definition of trolls, it seems, because you think that people that ask you questions you don't like in your mailbag are trolls. You think homosexual people are trolls just for existing because you want to cure gays. I think the ironic thing there is gays would probably consider you a troll because you want to destroy their identity when they haven't done anything to you. You think I'm a troll, and I've been trying to help you.
Well, I'm sorry. Sometimes the things I have been trying to elaborate, I get misunderstood often, and it just really makes me feel like, I don't know, I feel like I'm being misunderstood.
What? Okay. But that's it. It just ended. I don't know if this was a fucking fuck up on my end. Obviously, I don't mean I fucked up. Just that the video's booked. But that was the end. Doesn't make sense for that to be the case, but I obviously can't fix it. So, right. The abbreviation guy that I can't remember the 4 letters of wanted me to play a video, and because I'm really tired and my memory is pudding anyway, I don't remember what it was. So if I could get a reminder, that would be cool. And after I play the video, we'll talk about the Christian stuff. Christian a good ending. Alright. If this isn't, a great video, you will be thrown to the wolves. The community the people in the stream will tear you limb from limb. Some will eat some of your body parts, but most of it will go to the wolves. I'm just speaking fucking bollocks while I'm talking about. Right, let's watch the video.
Well, the truth comes out. I've never been autistic. I work 40 hours a week to support my...
Okay. I did expect like another clip or something. Is that it? Okay. Well, no. I expected a little bit more. It's the shit. That was the wrong one. Right. So, we have finally watched the majority of the Christian content. We're not gonna watch all of it like completely, because it's just kind of annoying to find, and there's just like a couple small calls, and it's not really, I don't know, necessary, I guess, to be a completionist, for lack of a better term. So I don't know what I'm going to do for the next Friday stream, but I will say it's not going to be Christian for a while. I don't know how I could fit in Christian at all, actually. Not that I'd try and force it, because it's kind of gay. So yeah, we started this little series on March 19th, and now it is the 15th of October, so I've spent nearly 7 months just watching shitty Christian videos, and will they laugh? I don't fucking know. I was drunk for a couple of them, and tired for another good few. So I hope you enjoyed them. We've kind of had a lot of different faces come up as we've done this. So it's a weird change considering there's like 2 people from the actual first one in the chat. Like 1 actually. I think Sol would have been the only one who would have been there. So yeah, I guess Friday streams will be pretty much just Saturday streams. But I guess mandatory. I say mandatory. I'm not forcing myself to do them, but I do try to do the Friday ones. I think I've only missed 1 like the past couple of months. What's the one fuck from Missouri? I don't know. I just changed names to keep you guessing. You got me. I have no idea who you would be. I could tell that you'd known a lot of channel stuff, but without knowing your original name, I wouldn't have an idea. The blonde incel guy. Bold. That's fucking what's his name? Marshall. He's from Michigan, not Missouri. Hey, Ms. Jenny Pfaff, you've come at a bad time because it's the end of the stream, and it's also the end of watching Christian in chronological order, and then the calls. So, oh, that's actually pretty cool, Ken. Fucking tired, Jen. But yeah, that's actually that's wild. I don't think that's even. It's kind of rad. It's nice to know that there's people just there. Yeah, so I think that's the end of today's stream. I went a bit over. I guess it's a little bit sad. Not really. It's just a nice little milestone. We did the majority of the Christian videos, although I cheated for a lot of them and just skipped them. But how many hours of content did I fucking make you people sit there just torturing you? How many parts did I do? Sorry, I'm delaying the end of the stream because I'm just being regarded. I want to see how many. It's like 44 hours plus all the calls. Oh, it's like over 50 hours of just shit. I guess if you ever get like sentimental or whatever and want to go back and see the cool watching Christian streams, you can watch them on the second channel, The Greasy Wizard, and I guess I will actually upload the Casey calls and the Alec, Benson, Leary calls that we just done and I've already forgot about. And that will be it. Actually, I'll end it off by just getting myself a copyright claim, because why not? Stream take.
I even misread the captain's login. Gotcha. Because this is dead serious. The inside and outside tour I did a few months ago of my house. Everyone on the internet. Alright, let me just get that stuff off of there. My You damn mocking motherfucker! Angry! All that is my fault. I want everything about my house. On the internet. That's my fault. I want everything about my house. Now, down. My house. Yeah, you like. Get it through your fucking skull. My house and the bear. Get all that stuff off of there. I don't know where to go. Go. Now, down. My house. Yeah, you like. Get it through your fucking skull. My house and the bear. Get all that stuff off of there. I don't know where to go. Go. I like the rap. Play with the rapper. I go with you.